All right, we are live. All right, let me get this. I gotta make sure I'm on shit good. Okay, cool, 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 cool. We are live. All right, let me get this. I gotta make sure I'm on shit good. Okay, cool, 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 cool. We are live. All right, let me get this. All right, on next side is. All right. Hold on, let me go down. Yes. Okay. I gotta turn it up. I can't hear shit. All right, baby. I know. I know. I was good, y'all. Butterfly Mac, and we back. Yeah. All right. So from where we left off, oh, let's say hi to Twitch. You know what I'm saying? We've been streaming on YouTube for like a month, and I was like, you know what? Let's get the dual stream going. So now we on Twitch streaming too. Uh, got the chat hooked up. So I don't have the chat hooked up on YouTube. That's a whole nother story. My dumb ass did some goofy shit, but uh, chat's hooked up on Twitch. So I can see it while I'm playing the shit. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Uh, recap. Let's get back to business. Recap. We're at the opera. Nail. What do you do? Nail fucking man, they did damn. I gotta think. Nail dumbass going to fucking He didn't want to see me there, but his cousin set us up. So now he begging me to not leave, and I gotta play my act and act as his fiance. Even though yesterday he said, "I don't want you in my life anymore. You are nothing to me." Like, why should I do anything for your ass? But here we are, still doing this shit. Let's see what they got for us, bro. All right, I managed to get through the entirety of the show without boiling over with emotions. I still haven't got the chance to speak to Angela in private. Judging by the evil looks Nell has been giving her, he wants to talk to her too. I still need to give her a piece of my mind though. After the show is where we make our way back to the parking lot. As we are heading to the restaurant for dinner, Nell leaves with his parents, me, and I'm with Angela. Angela, you have some serious explaining to do, I say once we're both seated inside. Whatever do you mean? It's a lovely performance, was it not? She says, being innocent. Angela, don't be like that. I'm really angry that you pulled this without even giving me a heads up. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I invited you over for a show and a dinner. It's not the end of the world. Angela starts the car and we're on our way. It is when the purpose of this was to get me to meet Nell's parents for some kind of scheme. They think I'm dating Nell. That was not alright with me. For being as outspoken as you are right now, I didn't really see you kicking up a fuss in front of his parents, though. Could it be that you secretly okay with it? I'm not okay with it. I just didn't want to be rude. Angela, I'm really upset about this. So is Nell. Did you, did you know he approached me a couple weeks ago? He told me to stay away from him. You know why he said this? Because he didn't want you dragging me into madness like this. Angela stays quiet, keeping her eyes on the road. No need to blow a gasket here. It's just one dinner. That's all I'm asking for. You didn't even ask me. I fire back. Look, drastic times call for drastic measures. If you can get through this one dinner, Nell's parents will get off his back. I will not let Nell work himself to death. Work with me here. Don't fail me now. I have high hopes for you. Angela pushes down on the gas pedal to speed up the car. I'm in a whirlwind of questions right now. We arrive at the restaurant with Nell and his parents joining in afterwards. It's a fancy looking place, richly decorated with staff wearing traditional uniforms. One of them greets us. Welcome. How is your evening? The waiter definitely seems familiar with them. Right this way, please. Your table is waiting for you. The waiter walks away. Waiter leads us to a large table with a ton of cutlery neatly arranged. This is one of those fine dining restaurants. While I've been to maybe a couple, I feel like I'm going to mess up on which utensil to use while eating. I'm about to grab the chair to sit down when Nell pulls it out in front of me. I look I look into his eyes. They're probably a giant question mark hovering over my head right now. He's pulling out chairs for me now. I take it as putting up an act, so I sit down as elegant as I can and give him a delightful fake smile. I can't believe I had to do this. Thank you, I say. I hope my sarcasm isn't dripping from my words. Neil nods at me and takes a seat next to me, staying silent all this time. Angela is seated next to him. She seems to be quite pleased with herself, and Dale's parents sit opposite of me, looking as if they've been regulars at this restaurant for years. What would you like to drink this evening? Sparkling water would be nice, I answer. Almost regretted alcohol might have made this situation more bearable. Everyone except for Nell all ordered white wine. I slightly wonder if Angela would be drinking now. She already sounded tipsy before, and she's my ride home. There's a lull in this conversation, and I feel the eyes of Nell's parents starting to stare at me like some kind of science experiment. It's really uncomfortable. I distract myself by opening up a menu card. There's two pieces of paper glued to the inside of the brown binder, both pages filled with four choices, each of a 7-course meal. Right, fine dining means tiny food portions. There's the fish, pork, beef, veg. Okay, I clicked it too fast. I quickly make a random choice. We all take our orders, and I hope I won't be getting served anything strange like boiled snails or something. I look down at the cutlery. There's so many knives and forks. I'm not quite sure what it's all used for. Nell suddenly leans in closer to me, his sleeve brushing against mine. Work from outside. Work from the outside in, he whispers to me, and he gestures towards the utensils. I half expected him to throw an insult my way for not knowing the proper etiquette and comparing my elegance to that of a baby. This is the last time I'm going to eat in a place like this, I whispered back to him with a forced smile on my face. I am in complete agreement with that, he whispers with a scoff. Don't be keeping secrets from us like that. Share it with the rest of the table, says Evelyn, who noticed us whispering to each other. I sit up straight in embarrassment for being called out, and so does Neil. Oh, let these lovebirds have their private conversations, I bet. They're just saying the sweetest words to each other, says Angela. She's gassing it. I shoot her a glare. She's so going to get chewed out later for all this. Now I realize why Nell warned me about her shenanigans. They're completely insane proposals. I look back at Nell's parents and I can't bring myself to tell them, hey, actually, I'm just pretending to be into your son. It's all an act. That will make it even more awkward than it is already. Besides, I sort of told Nell I was okay with keeping this facade going. I said facade. That's crazy. The drinks arrive and Angela immediately drinks almost all of her wine. We all stay silent and I wonder if I should be saying something, but Evelyn beats me to the punch. So, designing these dresses is a hobby of yours? Evelyn asks. I'm a bit offended at no, it's my passion and my life's work, I reply honestly. Nell starts Nell starts nervously fiddling with his fork, balancing it on his finger and refusing to look at anyone or speak. Is that so? Is all elements. Oh shit, these niggas judging. Hey, I know she's sweating bullets from. What did you study at the university? Mark joins in the conversation. Designer. Nell tenses up when Marcus starts to speak. I feel like I'm being picked and prodded with. Hold on. I feel like I'm being picked and prodded at with a stick. This is uncomfortable for me as well. I went to the Art Institute of Clanner, and I got my bachelor's degree in fashion there. Damn, nigga. Another art school. As he says, it's a waste of time and money. I frown at the man. Why would he call it a waste? Ooh, shit. Oh, we finna cut this nigga out. I can't wait. Nell keeps tapping the spoon against the table, going faster and faster until it launches out his hand. With a soft clink, it lands in between my chair and Nell's. I can feel it touch my heel, so I bend down to pick it up. At the same time, Nell tries to reach for the spoon as well. We softly bump heads to each other. His eyes are wide and staring into my own. Our fingers slightly touching. My heart starts to beat faster. Nerves overrunning my body. We're so close we could sneak a kiss behind us. Excuse me, Nell mumbles. He closes his eyes, then leans even closer, his black hair brushing against the side of my cheek. For a second, I was really thinking he was going to kiss me, but instead, he lifts the spoon up from the ground. He would not try that shit. Yeah, she tripping. Slowly, Nell sits up straight again and places the spoon down on the table. I go up and straighten my back up as well. Stop being so clumsy, boy. Why are you talking to him like that? Hold on. Stop being so clumsy, boy. Marcus says with a grunt. Nell tenses up and immediately hangs his head down in response. Bro, this nigga got to toughen. Hey, he got to toughen up. He got to lock in, bro. Bro. You how old, bro? You can't let your dad talk to you like that. Like, for real. I ain't gonna hold you. He's so meek. It's so weird to see Nell off his game. I guess they didn't teach you how to use your utensils in art school. Who is he talking to? Oh yeah, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Nell's dad can get fucked up. He talking too much shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Wow, he sounds so high and mighty. I'm annoyed by that comment as well as his previous comment about art school being a waste of time and money. You know what? I don't know, bro, cause I'm trying to save Nell from the embarrassment, but like, who's you talking to? Like, come on, bro. We gonna be kind. But if we get another chance and he start talking off the gun, talking shit, I'm gonna have to go fierce on it. I ain't gonna hold you. I might have to check his shit. Cause the fuck, we don't go kind route. We don't go kind though. We don't go kind just for Nell. Love you, nigga. All right. I can see how Nell tenses up, and I'm a little irritated by the comment as well. Why do you think art school is a waste? I asked him. Fashion school was not a waste. It was my dream to pursue. Yeah, let me hear you, nigga. Marcus grumbles something under his breath. Useless education with no prospective jobs out there. Lord Jesus. No, let him finish. I'm not what? No one is insinuating that your education is a waste. He just said that shit. But okay, you trying to calm it down. After all, I'm one of your biggest fans, Pipes and Angela. She made this dress for me as well.
Oh.
And for once, it makes you look like an elegant young lady, says Evelyn. Sometimes you show off too much skin, my dear. A lady should dress more modest. Like, don't be comparing now. Come on. Like, I mean, it's not here. On one side, I have someone calling my bachelor's degree a waste. On the other side, I have someone praising me of my work. It's all a little bit strange, and I desperately want to escape from talking about myself. I look towards Nell for support, but he looks even more out of his element than before. Great. Can count on him. It seems Nell caves under his parents' pressure. A little skin never hurts nobody. I mean, never hurts anybody. Besides, I think Nell likes to see a little bit of skin, says Angela, and she winks at me. Come on, bro. Don't drag me in this shit. I kind of want to die right now, and I feel like Nell is growing uncomfortable as well. I managed to catch him knocking his knee hard against Angela's under the table to get her to quit making those comments. Anyways, let's drink. Let's drink to Jesus. All right, let's drink to Amy and Son and Nell, who are getting married. Oh, Lord Jesus. Angela raises her glass of wine. I wish the ground could swallow me right now. This is getting too much to bear. I have the weirdest fake looking grin on my face. It's a miracle no one can see the obvious discomfort written on it. Just pretend for one dinner. It should be fine. You can do it. Raise that glass. I I take my glass and slowly raise it, seeing Nell do the same. Nell turns his head to look at me, to us. He says weakly. For some reason, that makes my heart beat faster. I know it's fake, but hearing him toast to our fake marriage is kind of giving me some very strange feelings. We all clink, we all clink our glasses together. All right. See, see, it went smooth. I said what I said about the school. You know what I'm saying? And it went smooth. Let me get another chance though. I think I'm ready to cuss his ass out. Dinner runs without many hiccups. Evelyn keeps barging me about myself, firing questions after questions. Whereas Marcus hasn't really said anything anymore after he berated Nell for his manners. Nell has been completely quiet during the whole meal as well, only sometimes responding with one syllable words. He's so strange. It's so strange to see him like this, so quiet, so meek. I'm not used to this Nell. It's really odd. On the other hand, the one thing that felt very much the same still is Angela, who has been getting more and more tipsy. The tipsier she gets, the more she teases us about being a couple. Yo, I'm gonna get mad if like she's so drunk, she says this is all fake. Ah, beat her ass. I ain't gonna hold you. She comes up with a with fantasy scenarios of us going out on dates to museum and whatnot, describing it way too much detail. It's awkward to say the least. By the time we're all done with our desserts, Angela is clearly too drunk to drive, so Nell offers to drive her home instead.
Ah.
It was a very nice meeting you, says Evelyn. Do let us know when you can join us again. I would love that. Never, nigga. What? I simply smile at her, knowing full well there won't be a next time. I had a very nice evening. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Hmm.
Mia-san, says Neil all of a sudden. I turn to face him. It's so strange to look at him. Now we've been sitting side by side this entire time, hearing about our fake romantic escapades. I'll drive you home. All right. Obviously, Angela is in no state to be driving. See if we get a scene here. We all bid our goodbyes to Neil's parents and we all managed to get inside Angela's car without protesting from Angela. I sit in passenger seat next to Neil, looking at him as he grips the steering wheel with his hands, just like just like me. Neil on the edge, and we're both pretty displeased with Angela's actions. Speaking of Angela, she's singing songs in the back seat of the car, love songs to be exact. Lord Jesus. For what it's worth, I think you two make a very convincing couple, she says with a giggle. You and I will be having a very serious discussion when you sober up, says Nell with a chill to his voice. I won't be letting you get off the hook. Come on, lighten up. Your parents loved her, or well, Evelyn did. Marcus was a grump, but he's always grumpy. Angela starts to slur her words. Angela, why don't you close your eyes and get some rest? I asked, begging her to stay silent. Angela doesn't seem what doesn't seem to quite listen to me, and she continues to sing random love songs. But at least she's not making any strange comments. My eyes glance over to Nell, seeing him look so serious as he stares at the road. I know he asked me to play along after all, but I wonder what he thinks of the entire situation. My thoughts drift back to Angela's fake dates, and I start to wonder what it could be like if to date Nell for real. I try to imagine where Nell would take me out. I'm pretty sure he'd take me to an expensive restaurant, such as this one as well, and I would probably open car doors for me. I snicker at myself. That would be really strange to see. Then again, I felt kind of nice. It felt kind of nice when Nell pulled out the chair for me. It's like an old and outdated custom, but it's strangely satisfying to see that Nell would try to make an impression on someone. Or at least I think he would try. Eventually, we arrive to Angela's apartment, and Nell goes upstairs with her to make sure she doesn't sleep outside of her own front door. I anxiously wait for Nell to come back. We'll be alone again. I guess now will be the time I won't be seeing Nell anymore. Yeah. He did say he promised I won't be hearing from him again after tonight. Thought leaves me sad. Damn, she down there. This nigga been a bitch to me, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He better, man. Let's see, bro. I need, I need to speak to him about this. Nell is back from before I know it, startling me when he opens the car door. He sits down with a heavy sigh, placing his hand on the wheel again. I really do apologize for tonight, for Angela, he says as he starts the car. I slowly nod my head. I know it's not his fault that Angela did something like this. Your parents weren't too bad, I say. And then I remember what his father said about art school. You went to art school too, right? For your interior design. Angela mentioned it as well as before. Angela blabs too much. Well, I can't disagree with that. Did you ever end up finding work for it? I decided to ask. No. It's Nell's simple and curt answer. He shifts around in his seat. I started an internship at the hospital. Straight after graduation, my father wanted me to follow in his footsteps and learn on the job as soon as possible. Oh, that's kind of sad, I say without thinking. It is what it is, he says. I'm glad his father wasn't too keen on him studying interior design. It wanted him at the hospital straight away. Do you think your hours will get cut after this dinner? No shrugs. Can't be too sure of anything. If it were up to my mother, she would have me work 1 day a week, but it's all up to my father. Damn. I wanted to disagree with him right there, but he actually has a choice in whether or not he wants to keep work for his father, but I decided to keep silent. Your mother seems nice. At least I can be honest about that. A bit privy to information, but nice. Sounds like someone I know, says Nell with a snort. Are you talking about me? I say, who else sticks their nose in somebody else's business as much as you do? No, I don't, I mutter. That would be Angela, I say at the last part quietly. Nell doesn't respond to that, except he puts his hand on the stick to shift into gear. We stay silent for a while, keeping our eyes on the road. That watch you broke, says Nell all of a sudden. It was a gift from Angela for my graduation. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Angela seems to have been born into a rich family as well. I'm a bit surprised that Nell volunteered to share this piece of information with me. It's almost as if we're having an actual conversation. She had high hopes that we would be working closely together at the same firm. Unfortunately, life didn't work out that way. Nell seems sad as he says this, like he's reminiscing past memories that never came to fruition. I'm intrigued on one side, and the other side, I'm worried that will happen when we reach my house. That's too bad, I say. At least I realized my dream. I can't imagine being forced to do something else that isn't even really. All right, bro, you putting salt in the wound, bro. Why you gotta say all that? Forced, I'm unsure that's the right word for this situation. However, I've been forced to work at times, or I should say, hounded until I gave in. Nell sighs out loud. Actually, do you remember the day I walked into the boutique for the first time? How could I forget? You mistook me as a boy in one of my childhood pictures. Nell shoots me a dirty look. Disregarding that, I was there by pure accident. My father's secretary was following me the entire time, yapping about some meeting I should have been attending. She drove me mad, that woman. She still does. I figured I needed to devise a way to get rid of her. I tried to piece together the puzzle. Nell had seemed anxious that day when he entered. So you mean to say you were in my boutique that day because you were hiding from her? I wouldn't exactly call it hiding, Nell says. I would definitely call it hiding, I correct him. Nell glances at me again, and I expect him to retort with something like I'm used to it, but this time he chuckles. Come I suppose I was. I'm at a loss of words at the moment. Seeing him laugh so earnestly with me is making my heart clench up. I want to see all these different sides of Nell that never show. They're also interesting. Hey, go ahead, say them words. I want to see what bro, because he trying to drop us off and leave us. It resonates strongly within my heart. I don't want to stop seeing him. Nell, I call out, awkwardly fiddling with my fingers. Since the worst parts have already happened, I doubt Angela can play more tricks on us. Do you still want to? Aw, shit. Nell turns the wheel. We've arrived at my street.
Hmm?
Fuck. Y'all still want to wait? He asks. The car rolls at a stop. It's dark outside. Only a few streetlights are on. We're the only ones here. I look down on my hands. Shit, come on. Don't reject her, please, bro. Do you still want to stop seeing me? I managed to say out loud. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let's see. Okay. Nell exhales slowly, rubbing his hands on the steering wheel like he's afraid to let go. Shit. He squeezes his eyes shut, then turns off the engine and opens his car door. Damn, for real? Come on, bro. Get out. I'll walk you to your door. That he basically said, "Hell yeah, I'm dropping your ass off." He says while getting out the car door. Damn. He's completely ignoring my question, but I quickly get out of the car as well, nervous about what he's going to do. Shit. I feel like I'm going to get rejected. I shakishly hold my purse close to my body and watch it as Nell makes his way around the car to approach me. Nell brushes his fingers through his black hair as he stands next to me in front of my boutique. His eyes are cast downwards, refusing to meet mine. I can feel my heart thump loudly in my chest as I start to walk towards the front door with Nell following me behind. We both stop at the door. I can only remember what happened last time. When this but this time I'm scared. It's going to be the opposite. I turn to face him, but neither of us can look each other in the eye. Nell, I say softly, please answer me. Come on, Nell. Come on, Nell. Isn't it better this way? Is it?
Hmm.
I question. You just spent an entire night pretending to be my fiance, entertaining my parents with the idea that I might actually have someone who tolerates me enough to marry me. Nell finally looks at me.
Ooh.
And you don't think it's smarter if we simply never see each other again to avoid such disasters as tonight? And didn't I say I'm an adult who can make their own decisions? I protest. I can handle disasters. I stare at him. Besides, is it is that really what you want? Can you really look me in my eye and say you don't want to see me
Uh,
anymore? Oh shit. She putting pressure on this nigga. Now eyes shift to the left and right, unable to look me in the eyes. He's fidgeting too much. It's like he's
oh.
nervous. Emilia son don't, says Nell. He catches my gaze. Don't make me waver in my decision. Why not? I say innocently. Nell gives me a conflicted look. He probably doesn't know what to do either. Yeah, fuck it. Hold on, let's look at. I'm gonna read the choices. Nah, fuck it. We grabbing that nigga. We gonna make him feel it. So feeling bold enough, I lean closer into him and reach for his hand. My fingers slide across his open palm until I got a firm grip on it. I press my body even closer and I can feel him react to me, but he doesn't seem to be rejecting my advances. No, I can feel him close his fingers around mine, grasping them tightly. Neil looks so good in the tuxedo. It's making me realize that my attraction for Neil is growing stronger. I raise my other arm so that I can reach Neil's black hair. It's gotten longer. Say something. I twirl a lock of black hair around my finger. The arm is suddenly wrapped around my waist, ever so slightly. Don't, he said. Oh shit! Hey, we might get a scene on this. I told you. Finally, I lay my head against his chest. Our bodies molding together, and I whisper, "Are you wavering yet?" Nell breathes out a breath. he's been holding. Then he buries his face into my hair, using his arm to pull me in for a warm embrace. I can hear his heart beat fast against my ear. Dirty tactics, he says. He tightens his embrace and I cling on to him as well, feeling excitement run through my body. Cheater, he murmurs against my ear. We stay like this for a bit, bodies unable to separate from one another, simply enjoying this pleasant warmth filling up our bodies. I've been waiting for this embrace, been waiting to touch him again after the day he told me to stop seeing me. It feels so much better in his arms. I'm a fool. Nell sighs as he nuzzles his nose into my hair. It's giving me goosebumps, real good goosebumps. The moment is cut short as Nell finally distances himself away from me, taking all his warmth with him. I feel naked without his embrace. I need I need to bid you a good night, he says in a stiff tone. Even under the dark of the night, I hue on Nell's cheeks. You still haven't answered me, I pointed out. I haven't gotten an actual response from him. Nell bows his head, regardless if I want to see you or not. It seems you have no bearing on whether or not I will actually see you. What is that supposed to mean? Nell shrugs with a smirk. It means eventually I'm going to see you whether I like it or not. I put my finger in his chest. That's still not an answer. Can't you just say a simple yes or no, Mr. Simple and Clean? Oh, shit. All right, man, go ahead. No, fuck. Oh my god, I forgot to get a screenshot. Damn. All right, fuck it, bro. Damn. All right. Screenshots out. Hold on. Fuck, I got too excited. Damn. All right, let me do this real quick. Fuck. We gonna try and get it when the text moves, so we gotta be quick about it. We gotta. I got my finger on the button. Hold on. There's a hand on the side of my waist, and I'm. Hold on. There's a hand on the side of my waist, and suddenly Nell brings me in close. Our bodies bump to each other. His hips grind on mine. I cling on the back for support. Nell lowers his head and kisses my lips. Well, Nell is being so bold, I'm caught off guard. My response to his kiss, slightly sucking on those warm lips. Wait a minute. That I miss them so much that I can't even put it into words. I press myself closer to him, and then he responds to my enthusiasm with his own, caressing my back with his hand and licking the rims of my lips. Hey, I wasn't expecting that. All right, we got lock in. All right, lock in, bro. I took hard on his lips, so hard that it's like I pulled out a groan from his throat because his voice vibrates deep inside. Oh, I did it! Let's go. All right, bro. All right, let's get the screenshot. Clear picture real quick. Bam. All right. We finally part, and I don't cut eye contact with him. His eyes are only half open. I'm mesmerized. All right. Does that answer your question? He says in this out of breath voice. I want to say it raises up way more questions than it answers, but at the moment I feel too weak in my knees to be able to explain anything properly. Bashful, I nodded my head at him. It's good enough for now. I bring my fingers to his lips and lightly touch them. They're still tingling. But I know the night must come to an end, so I reluctantly take a step backwards. All right, good night, Nell says. Good night, Nell, I say. Nell bows away and quickly retreats to his car and is gone before I know it. My feelings for Nell are such a mess right now. Good shit. Hey, I fuck with this chapter. Good. I knew his scene was coming, nigga. What? All right, let's get her out this outfit first of all. We are not. All right, let's put her. All right. We can change. I think we should change her hair back. Never mind. Let's keep it puff. All right, shoes. We're gonna put the Converses on. You know what I'm saying? Then we could go earrings. Fuck it, we don't go earrings. Let's go. Let's go bracelet. Damn, where my shirts at? Oh yeah, we gotta take this shit off. Then we gotta put her in the top. Where the top's at? There we go. Oh, we gotta do better on these tops. These shit's ass. All right. Why are they white? I don't want no fucking white Converses on. There we go. And the shirt. Nah, we don't need that. Alright, cool. Oh. Alright, let's continue. Chapter 21. Yeah. Alright, let's see. My fate with Nell is still a bit unclear since that day. He never came right out with it that he wanted to continue to see me. All he did was kiss me, which I guess sort of let me know that Nell is at least has feelings for me. What those feelings are, I don't know. Even my own feelings are an enigma to me. All I know is I long to see him again and run my fingers through his black hair and press my lips against his. He's become like a drug to me, something I cannot get enough of. For several days, I hear nothing. Everything is still unclear and up in the air. Then a week passes. I finally decided to pull the trigger and text Nell first. He should have texted you first. I fiddled around with my phone and sent a text to Nell, asking him if I should go to dinner, if going to dinner with his parents has paid off, and if he has to work less. It takes 8 hours before I get to reply that no. That's all it says. I feel a bit cheated out of that answer. I went through the entire ordeal, and Nell's office hours weren't even cut down. In the end, putting up with the whole charade in front of his parents didn't even matter. Thinking about it irritates me. All that for nothing. I haven't heard anything from Angela either. I'm not sure how to initiate contact with her since we didn't really leave each other on good terms. I'm still mad about her using me like that. Maybe I can simply swing by and see if she's there to talk things through. Okay, we gonna patch it up with Angela. Type shit. So that's what I do. I head over to Angela's apartment. As I ring the doorbell, I hear a lot of noise inside the apartment. Well, Angela certainly seems home, but it sounds like she might be busy. Perhaps I should have called before coming. Ooh, what's going on? You good? The door opens and Angela's face pops up. She looks confused and her hair's in disheveled. Is she sick? She drank. Mia-san, she says, I wince the smell of alcohol coming from her mouth. What are you doing here? Okay, Angela definitely seems to be drunk at 1 p.m. I came over to talk, I say. Now I feel a bit hesitant. Maybe I should come back another time. Angela suddenly grabs me by the wrist and pulls me inside the apartment. Oh, shit. For being drunk, she sure has a lot of strength. I stumble inside. The place looks quite a mess. The once impeccable apartment is now has magazines lying over on every piece of furniture, chairs not pushed under the table, vases lying down on the ground. What happened here? I say in shock. Did someone break in? I have a bit of a creative block. She hiccups, so that's why I need to get a little chaotic with my environment. She has a glass of wine in her hand and lifts it up. This is a great choice of poison to get my creative juices running again. I grab my glass from her hand. I think that's enough, Angela. I can't bear to see Angela like this, completely wasted in her own home. Angela gives me an undignified look, and she wobbles a bit on her feet. I wasn't finished with that. She protests weakly. I'll come by some other time, okay? How about you go rest? I try to persuade her She seems really drunk. More often I do encounter Angela drunk like this, it's getting worse. But how do you even get someone to realize they need to stop drinking so much? Suddenly, Angela is pulling me by my wrist onto the couch with her. There's no need to leave, darling. Stay. I have a drink. I'll pass. I keep the glass of wine away from her and try to stand up from the couch. Why are you in a rush to leave? Have I done something wrong? Whines Angela. I bite my lip to prevent myself from saying yes. We can talk tomorrow or something when you're sober and I can actually have a adult discussion. Are you saying I'm not an adult? Angela snaps at me. Just because I'm drunk out of my mind doesn't mean I'm not an adult. That's not what I'm saying. Angela sigh. I sigh. Plenty of things I want to say, just not right now. Angela crosses her arms and looks away from me. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to tell me all about how irresponsible I am, how I set you up to meet Nell's parents. She looks at me again. This time her eyes are tearing up. Oh, you got this girl crying, man. I know you want to say I make horrible and childish decisions, that I don't care about what other people might want or not. I think Nell already came over and cussed her ass out. I do care. She yells. I care so much I don't know what to do when someone I love is in pain. I can't make the pain go away with a simple wish. I can only do so much. I look at her, sympathetic to her rant. In her own way, Angela has been trying to look out for Nell. She's trying not to. She's just not very elegant about it, and trying to create shortcuts to fix a problem that's much more complex than it seems. What am I supposed to do? I see him growing more miserable with each day, wasting his youth on stuffy old hospital. I can't bear it. Is that why you're drinking here in the afternoon? I asked. Do you feel guilty about your actions? I don't want to muddy our relationship with what you've done, says Angela. I do enjoy having you around as a friend. And I enjoy having you as a friend, I say. But this isn't the best time to talk about this. Why don't we set up? Why don't you rest up? Take a nap. I finally get up from the couch. Angela tries once more to keep me down by grabbing me by my wrist. Except this time her coordination is even more unbalanced, so she misses completely and grabs nothing but air. Her entire body topples forward with her momentum until I can't do anything but watch in horror as she lands, as her head lands right on the edge of the. Ooh, shit, what? Ooh, how the fuck you do that? How you let her do that, bro? You watch it, hold on, watch in horror as her head lands right on the edge of the coffee table. Damn. Angela. She lies unconscious on the floor. Ooh, it's a small pool of blood. Oh, shit. Things are hectic, unpredictable, and chaotic. I find myself simply staring at the closed door of the room Angela's staying in. The hospital had to admit her for the night and monitor any changes in behavior to see if her concussion got worse. They said it looked worse than it really was. Damn. Angela was only conscious for a couple of minutes, but that's mostly because she was heavily drunk. I'm fiddling with my thumb, sitting on the bench in the hallway, looking as people pass me by. Nell is in the room with Angela. He arrived about 15 minutes ago and still hasn't came out. I'm still shaking up from everything. Seeing Angela on the floor like that was pretty terrifying. I panicked, but I managed to call the emergency number as well as notify Nell. He came as soon as she was admitted, luckily already being at the hospital. I can only imagine what's going on. Nell looked distressed and pissed off at the same time when he came in. God, I don't ever want to go through this. I don't ever want to go through something like that again, I say with a sigh. It's been almost half an hour and the door finally opens. Nell walks out and closes it behind him with an exasperated sigh. My eyes follow him as he sits down next to me. He hangs his head low and leans on his knees. How is she? Sobered up? I ask. For the most part, she doesn't seem to be saying anything deranged, aside from her usual nonsense. They need her to stay at night, I ask. I know. He said. He runs a hand through his black hair. How did this even happen? I don't know. She was drunk from when I saw her. tried to get up from the couch and fell, and this is the result. The only brain damage she's sustaining is the one she's inflicting on herself with that godforsaken alcohol. Nell says Nell bitterly. I don't really know what to say, so I say nothing instead. I gently place my hand on Nell's back. I could feel his I could feel him tense up at the sudden touch, but then he sighs once more and relaxes a bit. He looks up at me. How can you save someone from themselves? I lower my eyes and stare at the floor. I'm not quite sure how to answer that. I don't know how to help Angela kick off her bad habit of getting drunk. She'd probably laugh at any attempts to hide her bottle of wine, but it seems her alcoholism is fueled by her inability to help out now, whom she feels fiercely protective of. You don't, I say hesitantly. They have to help themselves. People are stubborn like that. I give him a knowing look like someone I know. Nell brushes off my hand and gives me an undignified look. He then continues to brood in silence. When did she start drinking so much? I asked. I can't even remember. It's been like this for a long time, always drinking as much as she can at parties. However, it wasn't until her graduation that I started encountering her drunk more often. I don't know why. Stress, grief from her father passing, it could be anything. I didn't know her father is dead. Nell leans back against the wall, looking up at the fluorescent lamps of the hospital. He's silent for a minute. It was a long time ago, he says softly. I think Angela turning into alcohol as a crutch has more to do with Nell than her deceased father though, or at least at the moment it does. I think Angela's bad habit of getting herself drunk might also have something to do with you, I admit. Nell raises his eyebrow at me before lowering them again. What's that supposed to mean? She's worried about you. Even this entire scheme she cooked up was with us being engaged. It was all a ploy so that you would have more time off work. I sigh deeply. I'm beginning to understand Angela a little more. Despite disapproving her alcohol habits, she has her own demons she's fighting. I think she's frustrated seeing you like this, so she drinks more than necessary. A long silence stretches out, and I watch the nurse and doctors pass us with an unfocused gaze. I look back at Neil next to me, and he has such a painful expression on his face, like he's bottling up everything. How can she be so stupid? Says Neil, his voice wavering with emotions, always concerning herself with me. That's just Angela's way of showing her affection, I say with a slight shrug and smile. His eyes flash over towards me, stupid like you. A comment, a comment like that would have set me off. But considering the precautious situation we're, we're in, I can only take it as a compliment instead. Are you alright? Missing out on work? I decided to ask. Nell's already at the hospital when it happened, so he was here on the scene pretty quick. At a certain point, they'll notice I'm gone, and I'll have another annoying secretary on the lookout for me. I can hide you, I say. Nell snorts how. I can put a bag over your head. A short burst of laughter comes from Nell. Then he folds his arms and shakes his head at me. There's a slight smile on his lips, and it makes me happy that I got him to relax for a bit. I think they would notice such an obvious shame. Happy that he's at least entertaining my joke, I scoot a little bit closer to him. I could print out someone else's photo and stick it on the bag so no one can recognize you. You'll fool them all pretending to be someone else. It would all be nice. It would be a nice change of pace to not be myself, says Nell in a softer voice. Realizing what he said, he quickly scrambles to correct himself. I mean, clearly I've lived a magnificent life, but I wouldn't mind being able to dodge those secretaries. Relax, Your Majesty. I know you meant to say you wish to escape your responsibilities. Even I do sometimes. What kind of responsibilities would you even have? Having to count the number of customers that enter your store. Oh, you got jealous, motherfucker. The whole four. Okay, keep on talking. So much stress, he mocks. I glare at him. I get way more than 4 customers a day. I say defensively. Angela doesn't count, he points out. She's a legit customer. So you're agreeing that you only get 4 customers a day. What? No, I'm not. Don't twist my words around. If you're only getting 4 customers a day, then you should market yourself better. Spend some more money on advertising, make seasonal clothing, give discounts to returning customers, and for God's sake, get a business card already. You don't even on a website. I can feel my cheeks starting to blush. He's right. I haven't done most of those things. With Sarah, I've done a few photo shoots and handed the pictures out as flyers. But that's all but that's all the advertising I've done. I kept putting it off to make my own website. That eventually I was simply making excuses and procrastinating. But the pride inside of me refuses to admit Nell's right, so I turn my head away from him to hide my embarrassment. How would you even know how to start? Hold on. How would you even know I don't have a website? I mutter. Obviously, I had to find out who exactly was making my blazer. I checked every single combination of words I could think of, but I got no hits in any search engine. The most I could find was your company listed in the local business registry. Nothing else. No social media, no pictures of you. I whip my head towards him again. What are you doing looking for pictures of me online? I demand to know. Yeah. Nell's face slowly starts to turn red. I wasn't. You just said you tried every combination in the search engine to look for my pictures. Who would waste their time looking for pictures of you online? Apparently you just admitted to it. I admitted no such thing. Don't think so highly of yourself. I was merely looking for information about your boutique. Why would I even care about you personally? There's another one of those comments again. The immediate reflection whenever Nell gets heated up. I'm starting to understand him a little bit more now, so I managed not to get all riled up. It still brings up an urge to punch him in the face, though. Why don't you try being honest with yourself for a change? You can't even look at me in the eye and say you don't care about me personally. I give Nell a serious look, and when his eyes meet mine, he bashfully turns his gaze somewhere else. He bites down on his lip. Fine, I do care, he says softly, but it's different right now. I didn't know you back then. His readiness his readiness to admit he cares about me right now makes my heart thump unexpectedly. I want to remember this moment, so I slowly lean my head against his shoulder and take out my cell phone. I hold it out in front of me and turn the camera towards the both of us. Smile, I say. Huh? What's the photo? Got that nigga looking goofy as hell. Hold on. Gotta get that photo. Hold on. Oh, hell no. Why you do him like that? Dude. Alright, bro. Nell, you look so ridiculous. I start laughing uncontrollably. Nell starts to make a super funny expression in the picture. His eyes half open and his mouth pulled until this weird snarl. This is too funny. They don't suddenly take pictures of me. He growls at me. Delete that. I mean, what in the world is going on with your eye there? Does it always do that? Delete it now. No way. Let me take one more then. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hold on. You already know, gotta get all the screenshots we can. Alright, bet. I look at the results. This time, Nell isn't blinking. No, the picture captured his shy expression instead. He looks uncomfortable and slightly embarrassed. I'm definitely keeping both of these pictures. You had your phone there. Now delete them. I quickly upload it into my social media. Did you just upload that picture? There, you said it couldn't. There, you hold on. All right, lock in. All right. There, you said you couldn't find any pictures of me online, and now there's at least one. I secretly also did this because I sort of wanted a picture of us together. Why do you want us to be, huh? Why do you want, what the fuck? Hold on. Why do I have to be in there too? He says with an irritated tone. And why that one? Because I start. It's funny teasing you. Neil frowns at me, probably surprised I even admitted to such thing. I simply shrug at him with a smile. He looks away with a cough. Didn't know you could have fun around me, he murmurs. I'm just about to reply to that until a man comes walking up, seemingly on the lookout for Nell. What you mad about? My cousin in there. What the hell? Nell, he yells. Nell is suddenly up on his feet, his eyes wide and his back straight. Father, he says with an uncharacteristic stutter. Oh no, it's Nell's father. I feel awkward in his presence. Man, we fiance to him, so what? Does he know I'm not really Nell's fiance? Why did you skip out on the meeting with Harrison? He's been angry and complaining nonstop. You better explain to me, boy. What calling the boy is crazy, boy. Alright. The way Marcus talks to Nell is like he's dealing with a 4-year-old that misbehaved and needs to be reprimanded. Frankly, I'm a bit shocked at the way he's treating them. He's completely ignoring my presence as well. Like I'm not even worthy of his time. I guess I didn't need to worry about whether or not he knew I was faking it with Nell. Nell hangs his head down, and seems to be unable to look his father in the eye. Angela, that troublemaker again. How many times are you going to use her as an excuse? She's in the hospital. Go in there. She fine. Go fast. You need to own up to your own responsibilities. Oh, Nell, you will never be fit for this kind of work otherwise. I'm not fit for this kind of work. I don't want to be here, nigga. Damn. Hey, go ahead, speak up for him. Just this one time. I ain't gonna hold you. I frown at Marcus. Angela is in the room right now in front of him. Nell only became because he was worried. He's not even listening to Nell's reasons for abandoning his post. Our family emergency is not an valid excuse. Does he even care about a relative in the hospital? Apologies, Father. I returned straight away. Man, what? I've never seen Nell this compliant and defeated before. Where did all his bite and spunk go? The one that would argue to hell and back. Then again, he was similar during our dinner a week ago. This will be the last time that I'll see you skip on work. Do it again and I won't hesitate to cut you off. Isn't that the whole reason I pretended to be his fiance in the first place, so that Nell wouldn't have to work so much? What is the point of doing it in the first place if he's still going to keep Nell on a tight leash? Sitting here listening to Nell's father berating him like this is infuriating. I know it's not my place to say anything, but boy, do I want to. Hey, give me the chance. Give me the chance, bro. Give me the choice. I'm gonna pick it right. Nell finally turns to me, but his eyes aren't meeting mine. He feels lifeless. I have to work. Thanks for caring for Angela. Have a good day. I can't say nothing. Dang, shit for that. They should have gave me a choice like cuss this nigga out, leave him be. Shit, we gonna cuss this nigga out. That's crazy. Yeah. Together with his father, Nell walks away from me. Man, that's crazy. And y'all ended like that too. You know what? This was a cool episode, but the ending made me mad as shit. Why are y'all not giving me a choice to cuss him out? Like, what's up with that? But don't worry. I should have taken the first chance I got on that fucking dinner table. I got this. Watch this. Yup. Next one. Chapter 22. Let me get one more chance. Let me get one more chance. Please, bro. Please. I'm gonna cuss this nigga out. Angela has left the hospital in good health, with just a small line of stitches on her forehead. Damn. Hidden by her hair. She let me know in a text message that she appreciates I was there for her and that this wouldn't happen again. On one hand, I do still want to talk to her about the whole pretending to be engaged with Nell thing. And on the other hand, I feel bad due to her injury and don't really want to bother her about it. It seems Angela has her own set of problems to deal with. I haven't spoken to Nell since that time at the hospital. Ever since he left with his father, he hasn't spoken to me. Not a single snide text message. I actually, I'm a little bit worried. But you should, oh God. Oh well. It was only through Angela that I knew Nell was working nonstop. That whole fiance thing was basically for nothing. Nell's hours didn't even cut back. Angela has expressed her frustrations with it. I can't believe I went along with it for a while and didn't even help. So much for playing along. I kept myself busy with my boutique, and if I need something to lift my spirits, I look at that selfie I took with Nell. That's that always has that always gets a laugh out of me. I decided to hire someone to design me a business cards and create a website. And they talked to me into an entire new corporate identity with head letters and all. It's expensive, but it should put me out there and net me some more customers. Plus, I already knew I needed a website. I just never got around to getting one. It's not because of Nell or anything. Okay, maybe it's a little bit because of Nell. I won't tell him that, jerk. I'm so engrossed with my own thoughts that I don't notice someone entering the store until they're standing in front of me at my counter.
Hi.
Oh, good morning. Oh, it's Nell. Mother, it's Evelyn. Nell's mother. My mouth drops open. I did not expect this unannounced house call. Good morning, I managed to say. I feel my heart rate speed up. I'm nervous standing in front of her. What if she knows? Does she know? I don't know. Why is she here? I got the address from Angela and decided I wanted to come and visit your not the pause. Visit your quaint little shop. That's crazy. Evelyn looks around as she says this. I'm getting flashbacks of the time Nell first dropped by, giving the exact same chemistry. Oh well, I'm just here tending to the register. I say with a small and nervous smile. It's a slow day. I see. I feel like she's judging the hell out of my boutique, but I like to assume she has enough class to not voice those negative thoughts out. She doesn't seem to like Nell's father. She doesn't seem like to be Nell's father in the sense that she still continues to be polite. Evelyn starts walking around looking at the clothing that are showcased on the mannequins. Her hand reaches to touch out the fabric of a long dress. She looks so elegant in my store and sort of out of place. I really don't get rich customers. Angela was the exception, but Angela's dresses like she has a party to go to. Nothing like Evelyn, who looks like she could be the queen of the
Mm-hmm.
country. Are you planning on making your own wedding dress? Oh shit, Evelyn asks. Someone at the sudden question, I simply looked down at the counter to think. Yes, of course, I had dreamed of making my own wedding dress. Never, never did I imagine I'd be fake engaged and I would make it for the fake wedding. Oh my god, please don't ever let it get this far. Yes, I decided to answer. I should calm down. It's not like the wedding is happening for real. I've always wanted to make my own wedding dress. I got married in my grandma's wedding dress. She says vintage, certainly, but after looking at these pictures for a couple of decades, I regret not wearing one of my own tastes. A lot of women used to do that, I say. It was a pretty common it was pretty common in those days. Do you not like your wedding pictures? Evan laughs. They're best buried beneath a thick layer of dust. Damn. I absolutely loathe them. No, I don't even need a reminder that I've been married to Marcus for who knows how many years. It almost sounds like she hates being married to him, and I can totally see why. If his interactions with Nell is any indication to how he treats others. This is not any of my business. Did you marry young? I decided to ask. We were in high school. Damn, high school sweetheart. Shit. We married soon after graduation. Damn, that's a long time. I guess they were each other's first. It's a good thing that these days people wait until they're in their 20s to get married. I think Nell has a I think Nell's at the perfect age to get
Oh.
married. Evelyn suddenly gives me a slight smile. Oh dear. I don't think I've asked how old you are yet. I'm 23. I answer. Turning 24 soon.
Uh.
I ought to be young again. Says Evelyn wishfully. I had my doubts that Nell would ever find a suitable partner to marry. I fiddle with my thumbs. It's not like I'm really getting married to Nell, and this conversation is definitely awkward. Awkward. I hate having to go through this charade. This is hold on. It was only going to be for one night. It wasn't supposed to continue. This pretending to be Nell's fiance thing. Why is that? Does he scare people off with a sharp tongue of his? I say with a snort. I can definitely see Nell's chase. I can definitely see Nell chase away any potential romantic interest with that mouth of his. Sure, he looks handsome, but those lips. I can't start fantasizing about Nell in front of his
Mm.
mother. More or less, Nell's a lovely young man. He takes care of his family, but he can be a bit awkward around women his age. It's never gone. It's never gone well. Every girl I introduce him to, she run away with tears. Damn, with tears in her eyes. Sometimes I think he does it on purpose to spite me. I'm trying to imagine Nell going on a blind date with a girl and saying something insulting, and her running out on the date. It sounds really fun, to be honest. We gotta hear these stories. So you're saying Nell has no experience with girls? I asked, trying to squash the smirk off my face. I think he has plenty experience of scaring them. Evelyn says, I try to teach him proper manners, but he gets too easily flustered. I snort. I can't only imagine the number of girls he's scared off. This is comedy gold. Dale, with all this smooth talk and insults, gets flustered around
Hmm.
girls. That's why I'm so happy to see you two get along. I snap my mouth shut. Me and Nell get along. In what universe? Aha, do we? I say
Oh.
nervously. So, have you decided on the wedding date? Damn, she want all the information. Shit. What? I blink. What am I supposed to say now? We haven't really decided on anything yet. I start to break into a cold
Huh.
sweat. That's all right, my dear. Planning a wedding takes a lot of time and effort. I want, I want you to know that Marcus and me will fully cover the expenses to your wedding. So please involve me in your planning. Yeah, she said, hey, I didn't get the wedding I want. I'm gonna make sure you do, bitch. Hey, she a cool stepmom. She a cool mother-in-law. I ain't gonna hold you. For the second time that day, my mouth drops open. I almost forget Nell's supposed to be rich, but the way they're just waving their money around like it's nothing is still so absolutely foreign to me. I mean, earlier today, I was haggling down the price of my new website with the with the designer to save a few pennies, and here is Evelyn saying she'll fully cover a wedding like it's pocket change. Rich people live in different worlds. I stand up straight. Right. Yes, I will do that. We stare at each other, having nothing else to say. It's awkward. Then I suddenly remember why I was even doing this whole stupid thing. It was to get Nell's hours cut down, especially now that I haven't even seen Nell for a while. By the way, I love to have Nell around more. I cringe as I say this. So is it possible for his hours to be cut down at work? He seems a bit exhausted. I will try, that but it's Marcus that has the final say. Although I'm fairly sure he'll comply once I tell him you're busy planning a wedding. but I'm Evelyn looks down at her gold watch and then smiles
Oh.
at me. Sorry, I'm afraid I have to cut our time short. I'll have to leave for our lunch date. For a lunch date. Okay, I say. I feel a bit silenced here. Like Evelyn really wants a wedding to happen. Enjoy your lunch date, ma'am. Have a nice day, dear. Evelyn gives me a little wave, yeah, with her hand, and then leaves the store. I let it out aside. Who knew talking to your fake mother-in-law could be so stressful? I quickly take out my cell phone and text Nell a message. You owe me big time. Question. Your mother dropped by the store and wanted to talk about our wedding plans. What did you say? That you're only pretending and I actually hate your guts. Clearly you need to return the sense of humor you bought because it's defective. Now, what did you say? I haven't confessed to anything if that's what you mean. How long do I have to keep this up? I'm working on it. Work faster. It's exhausting to be your fiance. After that, Nell no longer replies. It's been the first interaction we had since the day in the hospital. I'll admit I'm a bit worried about him. Maybe he's working on himself too much. I miss talking to him as well. I hope Evelyn will pull some strings and relieve his workload. And just to give myself a little boost, I sent that picture of me and Nell to his phone. The one where he looks dashingly stupid. I crop myself out of the frame so only he's left with his lovely face. She wrong. She wrong. You are finally infuriating. I burst out in laughter. Okay, smooth chapter, smooth chapter. Uh-oh. Aw, shit. Let's see what we gotta make. It better not be no bullshit. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's a nice shirt. I don't have those. I don't have that pattern. Do I have that color? Let's see if we can make it. So, what is it? No. So, probably regular shirt, neckline. This blue? No. Fuck, damn, then we gotta buy another color. Alright. No sleeves. No, that's not it. Fuck. What is that? Maybe it's round shirt and then. No, that's gotta be it. Is the sleeves different? Trying to get that style. Let's see. Let's check another shirt out. Oh, we're fucked. I don't know what the fuck that is. Is it another type of... I ain't got the color. I ain't got the style. Why is it... Alright, let's see. Let's go back. Yeah, we gotta go to the store real quick. Alright. Let's see. So that was like a... I think it was this. And then... What else? We gotta find another... There we go. There it is. Okay. I knew it. Then the pattern, we need to find that flower one. Was that it? No. So I gotta be blind. Cause I don't see that shit. What the hell? Bro, where is this shit at? I gotta be blind, bro. I think that's it. Am I just goofy? That might be it. That's the only flower I see. So we gonna try that out. Oh, there it is. My dumb ass. All right, I just wasted money. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's go back. All right, let's see. All right, neckline. Where's that? What the fuck? Oh, there it is. You know, we gotta go to that color we just bought. There we go. Then pattern. What is that? Is that white? Yep. Is that white? Or is that a type of blue? Let's go check. Yeah, that is not it. All right. It's got to be a light ass. No, that's too. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Nope. Fuck. We gotta get another color, bro. Man, don't make me mad, bro. This ain't it. Oh, okay, that's it. I was just. All right, bet. All right. So let's see if that shirt is in there. Where I go to this? Oh damn, it's not in here yet? Huh. Oh. Chapter 23, here we are. Alright, a week later, and I'm standing in front of Angela's apartment. Earlier today, she called me and asked to drop by for dinner. She said she had something important to discuss. And of course, I had to dress up nicely as usual. I wonder how she'll be doing. I haven't seen her since I dropped her off at the hospital. I nervously ring the doorbell, and Angela opens up. There's a small red line on the place where she hit her forehead. Oh, okay, they ain't gonna show it. My dumbass really looked. On her forehead, the stitches seem to have been removed already. Mia-san says, Angela cheerfully, hurry up inside. Hurry up inside. I need to take the lasagna out of the oven. I quickly slip through the door and see Angela run towards the kitchen. Evening. Nell sitting on the couch looking up at me. Of course, he'd be here. Hello, I reply and sit down on the opposite end of the couch. It's a bit weird to be here again on the couch, as I can only recall the last time I was here, Angela split her head open. I would rather not go through that again. I fluff up the pillows on the couch out of a nervous habit. After the initial greeting, neither of us say anything, and the silence fills up the room. It feels awkward to be around him again. I don't know why. I start playing with the fabric of my dress, having nothing else to do. I take a peek over the nail, and our eyes meet. My heart beats thumps. Hold on, my heartbeat thumps loudly, and I quickly look away from him. Do you always dress up? Do you always dress up when you come here? Nell asks. I feel overdressed and a bit embarrassed. Angela always insists on it. Nell turns his head away. You look nice. Oh, blood rushes to my head. Thank you. That was completely out left field. You too, I stutter. Oh, great. That was a stupid compliment. Nell doesn't look any different. Hold on. Nell doesn't look any different but from before. Still, I'm happy to see him again. He fixes his tie with a huff. If you're going to be taking pictures, I like to be warned beforehand. I raise my eyebrows at him. Okay. Do you still want to take some pictures together? No, I'm perfectly fine without them, he says quickly. He crosses his arms, and looks away. I mean, if you wanted to take another one, I'm fully prepared, then I wouldn't mind. Here I am. Come sit at the table. Dinner is served. Dang, we finna get another picture. I wanted to know what Nell was going to say about taking pictures. Does he still Does he want some of us together? I thought the thought of it makes me flutter. I sit at the table and wait patiently as Enzo throws a heap of lasagna on my plate. It doesn't look the same. She does look the same for. Fuck. I keep fucking up. Let me get some water. Huh? All right. All right. I sit at the table and wait patiently as Angela throws a heap of lasagna on my plate. She does the same for Nell and herself as well. When we're all seated, we start to eat together. Start to eat. It's surprisingly good. It's great, right? It's a secret recipe that I learned while I was in Italy, says Angela. She's lying. This is store bought, all in one lasagna recipes. Sit still. Damn, why you do her like that? Angela sulks at Nell. Oh hush, don't spoil my fun. It's lovely either way, I say. By the way, how's your head? I ask. I'm doing just fine. Removed the stitches a couple of days ago. Actually, it might leave a scar, but I've been using this lovely cocoa butter cream to reduce the redness. Hopefully, hopefully it'll work out. I hope so too. I say, silently wish Angela would stop drinking. We eat further in silence until Angela speaks up again. I'm glad you could make it for dinner, Nell. I figured you were too busy at the hospital. As it is, my hours have been cut down this week. Nell's eyes dart over towards me, regardless what exactly is the important news you have to share. Ah, yes, I wanted both of you to know that I've taken time to reflect on my actions. And Nell presses. And firstly, my son, I want to apologize for roping you into my little scheme with Nell. Know that I had best intentions. I'll let Evelyn and Marcus know what I did, so you don't need to pretend to be Nell's fiance anymore. After Evelyn visited me at the boutique, I feel it's even more awkward to come out with the truth now. I almost want Angela to tell them we broke the engagement off or something. Not that we were fooling them all along. I mean, she did come to my store and eat and everything. I wanted to talk, and I talked to her about wedding dresses. It's about time. I couldn't keep this up anymore. Mother has been haunting me with questions about the fiance I never had, and came to my store. I pointed out. I had to give her your address. She practically begged me for it. I'm sorry, my love, says Angela. I hope it wasn't too awkward. Nothing much. We only talked about my future wedding with Nell. There won't be a wedding, Nell says, looking a little embarrassed. As I recall, your mother offered to pay for the entire wedding. I could take her up on that offer and simply have one hell of a wedding party and then dump you at the altar. Seems like a fun way to spend that day on someone else's expense. Maybe one of those really big castle estates. I'm not going to let you have your fake fairy tale wedding just so you can leave me at the altar, grumbled Nell. No one in their right mind would leave me at the altar. I'm way too much of a catch. I laugh. Your mother told me this little funny story how you chased away every girl, every single girl she introduced you to. They're, they were running away in tears. I lean in closer and point my fork at Nell with a devilish smile. His Majesty can't find a queen. Nell probably for once in his life looks like he's at a loss of words. He stares at me with an open mouth, his cheeks flushed with blood. He doesn't even know how to respond because he knows it's true. And oh my god, he looks rather adorable when he's all embarrassed. It's payback for all the times he's been mean to me before. I'm sorry, but I have to cut in here. His Majesty asks Angela. It's my turn to blush. It's a nickname for Nell. It sounds a lot sillier when I say it out loud like this. Angela looks at us with a big knowing smile on her face, ignoring the lasagna entirely. So you're down we're down to nicknames now, are we? As much as I like teasing Nell and making him blush, it seems it backfired on me, and now Angela's taking the opportunity to tease both of us. Enough about this. What are you trying to say, Angela? Nell tries to change the topic. Right, Angela places her fork down. Well, after last week, I couldn't remember anything. I raised my eyebrows to the news. This is I raised my eyebrows. This is news to me. Did she suffer from amnesia? Me and son darling, I didn't even know you were there. I can't even recall anything odd happening to me that day. I can remember drinking my third bottle of wine, and after that, it's all blank. There's a missing piece in my
Hmm.
memory. I had to explain to her what happened. Nell points out that you got an ambulance and went with her to the hospital. Oh, I had no idea that Angela didn't remember. Once I got back home, I trying hard as I could to remember, I saw the little spot of blood near my couch. It was mine, and I didn't recognize it at all. Although I'm pretty glad I didn't bleed all over my carpet. I give her a weary smile, the dark humor bothering me a little bit. You're definitely scared. You definitely scared me there, I say. I've been blacked out drunk before, but this is the first time I've. It unnerved me so much that I couldn't remember what happened. Angela takes a deep breath, looking serious. So I did some reflecting, and I decided. She pauses, both me and Nell waiting for her to finish, curious to know what she has to say. Exactly what did she decide? I hope it isn't just another one of her silly plans. I decided to take some time off life and check myself into
Oh.
rehab. Oh, what we both say in surprise. It's going to be a blast. It's a resort out in the Caribbean. You get to relax and chill at the beach for months on end. I mean, I like to say I've been drinking cocktails. I'll be drinking cocktails, but that would defeat the purpose. So I guess I'll be drinking coconut water instead. I'm as much as a loss for words as Nell is. This is an unexpected rehab. Angela checking herself into rehab. Come on now. Don't act like it's the strangest thing you've ever heard. I'll just be off on another little adventure of mine. How? I mean, why so suddenly? Nell doesn't quite Nell doesn't quite know how to voice his thoughts. Angela is quiet for a bit, looking down at the table. She gives me a slight shrug with her shoulders. I guess I needed to face the ugly truth, and after my little accident, I noticed that all I was doing was pushing people I love away from me. I'm really sorry. I promise it won't happen again. Angela sounds so heartfelt that I can't help but smile at her. I grab her hand and give it a squeeze. You're going to be okay. You made a wise decision,
Hmm.
I say. For how long? Asks Nell. I don't know until I'm ready to go out into the world again. Could be a month, could be four. Are you sure you're not just gonna? Are you sure you're not just treating this like a regular resort? Well, it certainly has its appeal, Angela says with a giggle. But I vow I will try my best to abstain from any alcohol ever again. I'm done with it. I don't need it as a crutch anymore. She leans in closer to Nell. But you need to start making some changes as well, little cousin of mine. I don't want to see another family member work himself to death. Get out there, have some fun, take me and son out on the date. I would decide that on my own. Thank you very much, Mother's Nell. Stop worrying about me already. I'm always I'll always worry about you, dear. And where would you be if I didn't have such a strong, if you didn't have such strong overprotective cousin around like me? I'll do just fine, says Nell with a roll of his eyes. My life would actively improve without your antics in it. When are you leaving? I decided to ask. This weekend. I'm flying over sometime Saturday, so it'll be quite quick. I simply flash my credit card around and a spot open up in no time. I'll be at the beach enjoying warm sun on my face in only a few more days. Send pictures, I say with a laugh. Yes, we need to see we need to see you remembered to cover up at the beach, says no. You're such a doll. You know new beaches are a thing, right? I feel all warm and bubbly inside, sitting here with Nell and Angela talking about how she's going to take some steps forward, stop drinking alcohol, and turn her life around. It all sounds like a good plan, like nothing can go wrong. We both congratulate Angela some more for her courage and eat our dinner in peace and laughter. When it's time to go home, Nell offers me a ride in his car. We get inside the car and we're on our way home. I can't believe Angela is going to rehab for alcoholism problem. I'm so proud of her. I definitely didn't expect that to be the thing she wanted to tell us.
Hmm.
Hmm? Nell seems to be somewhere else with his thoughts, and I'm kind of curious to know what he's thinking about. You seem kind of quiet. What's on your
Hmm.
mind? It's something she said. He said slowly, like what? She told me not to work myself to
Hmm.
death. Her father, he died quite young, heart attack. It was sudden and quick. Neil takes a deep breath. Angela would tell me how he would be working too much, and how he she never saw him anymore. During college, they barely had any sort of
Hmm.
contact. Damn. My family would often say that he worked himself to death, but they making you do the same. Ain't that some shit? I keep quiet, registering what he said. If Angela's father worked too much, I can see why she would be worried about Nell doing the same thing and why she would be so overprotective of him. I see. I guess that's why she came up with that ridiculous idea to please your parents to let you off the
Eh.
hook. Yes, it makes it understandable, but not excusable. Don't you think we should do something nice for Angela? We are talking about the same woman who tried to pass you off as my fiance, right? I know, but she admitted to her mistake and she's going to rehab. I think that's pretty brave for her. It is. I definitely think we should do something for her before she leaves. We won't see her for who knows how many months. So how about a nice going away present, I suggest. Nell takes his time answering. I guess I don't see the harm in that. Right. Do you think you could pick me up tomorrow so we can head to the mall, or do you have some work still? Nell glances at me with a raised
Hmm.
eyebrow. I think I could spare some time in the morning. My hours have been cut down this week. I smile to myself, wondering what I should do to get her. What I should get her. Maybe a nice towel to use on the beach. I'm off in my own thoughts, feeling pretty what the fuck? Feeling pretty content, excited to go in shopping with Nell
Oh.
tomorrow. When I look over at Nell, who disturbs me out of my
Hmm.
thoughts. When my mother my visit, visited you, you told her something, didn't you? I shrug innocently. That depends on what you mean by
Huh.
something. I can only imagine the fake praise you've given to me, says Nell with a glare. But that's not what I was referring to. Then pray, then pray tell, what were you referring to? Nell looks bashful all of a sudden, which is an odd
Oh.
pace change of pace. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't have the time to take you to the mall tomorrow. What do you mean? Weren't you weren't for what exactly? He's confusing. Oh. He's talking about me asking Evelyn if she could lower Nell's workload. That's right. Yeah, I figured I might as well turn an awkward situation into something useful. Nell flashes a slight smile. I thank you for that. And just like that, I'm blushing again. He's thanking me, truly and honestly thanking me without some hidden agenda or an insult. I wasn't prepared for all Nell this evening. First, he says I look nice without any sort of prompt. And now he's giving me this cute smile and thanking me, showing me all of these sides of him. Where did the mean and pompous Nell go? I glanced over at Nell, who went back to looking at the road. I could see that we're almost at my house. So, I say, trying to fill up the silence, what time tomorrow?
Um.
Will your store be okay if it's closed tomorrow? He asked instead. No worries, me and my 4 customers can wait another day, I joke. Nell snorts and responds, very well. I'll come by at 10, don't be late. We drive a little further until Nell stops. We're at my home. Thanks for the ride. Have a nice night. I tell Nell and open the car door. Sweet dreams. Honestly, I don't know what's gotten into Nell today, but he's a lot more. How should I put this? Gentle, kind. I didn't think those words would ever possibly describe Nell. I step outside and close the door. I feel Nell's eyes on me as I walk towards the front of the door. When I try to reach for the keys, I realize I don't have my purse with me. Frantically, I turn around and see Nell has rolled down the car window and is holding out the purse for me.
Ugh.
You forgot this, he says. Okay. Give him a good night kiss. Take your purse and tell him good night. You already know what we finna do. I quickly head back to the car and see that Nell is stretching his body over the passenger seat to be able to hand me my purse. I reach out for the purse, feeling my fingertips touch his fat, feeling the fingertips touch the fabric, and they slide down until I feel Nell's warm hand. My heart starts beating faster in anticipation for the crazy stunt I'm just about to pull. I bend down and lower myself through the car window until I face myself with Nell. His golden eyes widen at the sight of me. He's surprised I got so close. Feeling a surge of electricity run through me. I take a plunge and lean forward, my lips pressing against his. My heart beating is like crazy, and I can hear Nels letting out a gaspy breath of air. And just like that, I lean back, pushing myself out of the car and grabbing my purse. Yeah, I forgot this. I say, holding a finger to my lips. I give him a sweet smile and then turn on my heel again to walk to the door. I fumble around nervously for my keys, trying to hurry the hell up inside because honestly, I have no idea what possessed me to act like such a flirt. When I finally managed to open the door, I quickly shut it and let out a sigh. I can't wait to see him again tomorrow. Yeah, I like the chapters. I like the chapters. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn. Let me do a time check real quick. Hold on. Oh, that ain't bad. About 30 minutes. Okay, okay. All right, we on the roll. Look, shit, chapter 24. All right, let's go. Getting my mouth getting parched though, getting thirsty. The next morning, exactly on time, Neil picks me up I'm a hold on. Let's go again. Next morning, exactly on time, Neil picks me up and I'm a bundle of electrifying nerves. Morning, I greet him as I sit down in his car. It's hard to make eye contact with him after our good night kiss last night. Good morning, Neil says with a gruff voice. He starts the engine and we drive away. Amisa, the way he says my name, I like that. Like, bro, hold on. We responded to us, all right. Amisa, the way he says my name like that, it gives me chills. I like it. I recline back into the chair and muse about our day and what kind of shops we can visit. There's a bunch of souvenir shops, gift shops, and some home decoration stores that Angela might like. We can check them all out if Nell is up for it. I wonder if he'll be any fun. Oh, my bad. I wonder if it'll be any fun to shop around with Nell. That's also when I realized, like this, it's practically a date. No, I even dressed up nicely. I look over at Nell and I feel butterflies well up in my stomach when I recall our brief kiss last night. There's been so much kissing between us, but not enough talking or acknowledging it. Neither one of us have mentioned anything, and I feel like if I bring it up directly, it would be far too awkward. It might also break the entire spell we're under, making things worse for the both of us. I can easily see Nell getting flustered, which in turn makes him more irritated, and he'll likely say something rude again, perpetrating this never-ending cycle of Nell running his mouth off and me getting angry at him. Right now, he's been mellow, a side of him that's only recently been showing to me, a side I don't quite dislike. So to keep pace for now, I'll keep my mouth shut. We arrive at the mall together. I've been here a few times with Sarah, so I know that the area I know the area a little bit. And if I recall correctly, there should be a small gift shop somewhere near the end. The mall isn't as busy as in the morning on the weekday, so me and Nell can take it easy. I see a couple walk in front of us holding hands. I distance myself, a distance between me and him, like there's an invisible force field between us. Do I smell awful or something? There's no reason to keep me at arm's length. A bit annoyed at the distance with the next steps I take, I close in the distance.
Hmm.
Do you have anything in mind, or do you want to wander around aimlessly? I asked Neil as he turns to look at me. What's wrong with wandering around aimlessly? I asked innocently. Neil scrunches his nose up and shoves his hand into his pockets. I don't have that luxury. I do still need to go to work today. I can't afford to take the entire day off. Oh, he doesn't have the whole day. I'm a bit bummed that we can't spend a lot of time together. All right. How about we try some gift shops around here? There's bound to be a nice gift we can get Angela. Suddenly, I can smell something amazing. There's a food stall around here somewhere that's selling freshly made waffles. Lured by the scent, I dash
Oh.
forward. Hey, where are you going so fast? Neil calls out as he rushes after me. My stomach starts to grumble as I come across this small food cart. There's a bunch of Belgian waffles on display and fresh ones being prepared. There's chocolate covered ones with cream and ones with strawberries. I take in a deep breath, smelling the smell is mouth-watering, and stomach agrees with me and growls
Hmm.
again. Are you hungry? Gee, what gave it away? I say with a roll of my eyes. Want some too? Nell looks over at the display, then he shakes his head in a affirmative no. I will pass on this pastry. It's called a Beijing waffle, and they're delicious. One, please, and with some whipped cream. I'll give the man his money for the waffle. Here you go, young lady. Is your boyfriend sure he doesn't want one as well? The man asks with a warm smile. Completely ignoring the boyfriend comment, I'll take the warm waffle from his hand and immediately take a bite. The yummy caramelized sugar crystals mix in with the cream and melt away in my mouth. I sigh in pleasure. This is to die for. I'm quite sure, Nell says, and we're not to. You want to bite of mine? It's terrific. I hold the waffle in front of him. Nell's face confronts it into a weird grimace and he backs away slowly. No, thank you. Determined not to give up, I take a step closer. Come on, just a small bite. You don't think it smells delicious? One bite and I'll stop bugging you. He's still look. He's still looking at me suspiciously, but I simply give him my best smile, and wait. It seems to have worked because Neil slumps down his shoulders in defeat and sighs. One bite, then he says. Neil moves closer to me. His eyes flutter, close, and his lips part until his mouth ripped open a tiny piece of the waffle. His golden eyes open and they start looking straight at me as he pulls back. The entire scene makes me feel a little bashful, like we're really on a date together. Nell straightens his back and gives me a serious look as he swallows. And what does your boyfriend think? I have a lot of different flavors available, says the man again. I feel myself blush a little with the second boyfriend comment and look down at my shoes. Neil growls and suddenly grabs me by the arm and pulls me away from the cart. Hey, quit pulling me, I yell. I don't want to keep wasting time. We're here for a present for that crazy cousin of mine, nothing else. I pout at him, fine, fine. Just stop pulling me along. Let me finish my waffle. Nell hand releases my arm and we're walking in a normal pace side by side. I finish off my I keep saying waffle, waffle in silence. Then all of a sudden, Nell stops walking as we pass by the store window. He's looking at some home decorations. I join him and peer over his shoulder to see what he's looking at. It's an art sculpture, bronze colored and twisted into weird angles. I wonder if Nell likes it. Do you want to buy that for Angela? I asked, because I'm pretty sure she could make it herself. Obviously, I'm not going to gift her something that is basically her job to make. Nell says while he narrows his eyes at me. Well, do you want to go look inside then? I suppose. We walk inside the store. It's full of little arts and crafts items lining the walls, mostly made out of wood, and this inspiring text printed on them like love quotes. There's a few heart-shaped products as well. It's all pretty feminine and kind of cute, which is why Nell stands out like a sore thumb in the store. There are other women around at the moment. I can't imagine guys would visit the store on their own, but Nell doesn't seem to notice and browses the shelves on his own, looking without a care. He picks up a vintage candle holder and inspects it carefully. I guess I guess I should look around for something as well. I wonder if it's even Angela's style, since she seems more streamlined and modern, not so romantic. Maybe Nell is kind of maybe Nell likes his style. I pick up a small porcelain plate covered with a cherry blossoms. It's cute, but I don't think Angela would like this. But I put it back down and walk towards Nell. He looks at a large cream-colored vase with his eyebrow furrowed together as he's in deep thought. Like it? I ask him. Hmm? Nell looks over at me, a bit surprised I was there. Do you like this kind of style? I ask again. Oh, he shakes his head, not particularly, no. Then why are you looking at it like you want to buy it? I tease him. Nell trails his fingertips across the shelves onto the vase, feeling the texture. I'm interested in the way it was made. He says, it seems almost everything in here was handmade with care. I look around and do notice a lot of items don't have duplicates, and if some of them, if fuck, hold on. All right. I look around and I do notice there's a lot of items. A lot of items don't have duplicates, and if there are more than one, they look slightly off. They all seem to be quite unique. I hadn't really paid any attention to that, but I guess Neil does. For a second there, I thought you were totally into heart-shaped things, I said with a giggle. Nell simply looks at me like I'm nothing but a nuisance. Anyways, weren't you the one who said you didn't want to waste time? Let's go look for something for Angela. I got a little distracted. Nell admits with a side look. Let's keep looking. I think we should get her a towel, I say, since she's going to the Caribbean. What makes you think she wouldn't have an expensive collection of towels lying already, says Nell. I don't care. Let's give her one with some funny text on it or something. I'm sure she doesn't have. Nell grumbles under his breath, but I can't quite make out what it is, so I leave it alone. I browse through the aisles and see a lot of funny little gifts. I pick out a white coffee cup that says Queen in a fancy font. I pick up another one which just says King. Third one would be picked up. I laugh out loud. Nell, look. I call out to him, happily show him the cup I'm holding. What is it? He says and turns to look at me. I shove the cup in his face. Look, it says Your Majesty. It's like they made this especially for you. He doesn't look amused. In fact, he looks like he can start shooting laser beams from his eyes right now. I give him a sheepish smile. No. Oh shit. There's someone behind us that. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's nigga went to college. This is one of his friends that he met in college. Watch this. There's someone behind us that called out to Nell. I crane my neck around to see who it is, and my eyes widen in surprise. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh shit. Nell turns around to face. Oh shit. Mother, what are you doing here? Oh, I knew my eyes weren't deceiving me. I saw you both enter the store, and I had to go say hi. Ellen smiles at me, and I just about dropped the cup that's in my hand. Oh no, what is she doing here? Hello, I greet her, feeling put on the spot. Evelyn gives me a strange look, cocking her eyes. Head to the side. I don't think Angela told her already about the fake fiance thing. Does it mean we still need to pretend, or should we stop pretending and tell her ourselves? I don't know. Are you both out on a date? Yes, we are. Nell says in a steadfast voice, and suddenly grabs my hand as he pulls me to his side. Well, one dilemma solved. I guess we're continuing this charade. Nell stands in front of me, almost like he's shielding me from his mother. Are we now? I whispered to Nell. I don't really feel like continuing to pretend. Are you buying something in particular? I asked Helen. No, we're just window shopping. What brings you here? Sometimes I do enjoy going to the mall as well. There's no harm in doing a little shopping on my own. Nell gives her a forced smile I see. He then tugs on my hand to get me to
Hmm.
turn around. Amy and son and I will continue our date now. Give my regards to father. That I will. You two enjoy your day, you little lovebirds. Nell gives the court nod and speeds out of the store, jacking me behind him. He doesn't stop walking in his fast pace until we've rounded the corner and we both sigh in relief. Now, you're kind of hurting me. He's been squeezing my hand real hard just now, and it's starting to feel sweaty. He promptly lets go and backs away from me. Angela hasn't told her yet. It says Neil, I can't do it myself. Angela has to be the one to tell her. I know it would be just awkward. Not not that it's already not that it isn't already, but having to tell your mother you lied straight to her face, I don't think she'd speak to you in a while. Nell stopped talking, thinking over my words. I don't think it matters as much anymore. Whether she hears it from Angela or me, she's going to rain down her wrath on me either way. I feel bad for Nell. It wasn't like he had much of a choice. Then again, he did ask me to continue to pretend. Mhm. So it's not like he's completely innocent. I guess he gets what he's come. But hold on. I guess he gets what's coming to him. I wonder what his mother would do. Could contact? No, I don't think so. What kind of rap would that be? I asked curiously. Neil stumps against the
Uh,
wall. Arranged marriage dates. There's there's a look of disgust gracing his face, like he's been through a bunch of times. I snort and then quickly shut up again. Didn't you already do those kind of dates? You know, your mother said you made them cry. I didn't make them cry, he yells offensively. They decided all on their own to get offended. I can't imagine it all too well. The girls you must have yeah, said to those poor girls. Nell steps closer to me, his body looming over me ominously. His golden eyes have a spark to them, like it's a fire. I start right back to him, challenging his stare. Tell me, what kind of things I must have said? He growls at me. Oh, I don't know. I'm about. Hold on. Fuck. What the fuck? All right, hold on. Oh, I don't know. How about telling them that you should stop seeing each other? I glare at him. Nell bites on his lip, matching my
hmm.
glare. I don't recall seeing you in tears, he sneers. Probably because I'm used to being an, Probably because I'm used to you being an asshole. I brush off. It's kind of problematic. I am and because I also know it's not the truth I add. Probably. Nell gives me a sideways glance, trying not to figure out a response to that. He's all thrown into a tizzy with my words and I kinda like it. He then looks away once more. I think I think I'm starting to understand Neil a little bit here. He says stuff he doesn't mean when he gets all embarrassed, but words still hurt though. By the way, he says, "What?" Neil points to the tip of his nose. You got a bit of cream right there. I start dead in my tracks to look at the glass window. Oh, that's why she looked at you like that. Oh, I next to me and I see my own reflection. And Nell told me there was a small dollop of cream right on the tip of my nose. Hurriedly, I wipe it off and my cheeks flare up. How long has it been there? I asked, embarrassed. What if Nell's mother saw me like this? Motherfucker. He ain't shit for that. Nigga knew there was shit on my face, didn't say nothing. Since the first bite you took. Since with this nigga. No. Oh my god. It was totally there when I saw her. No wonder she gave me that strange look. Why didn't you say something? Because it's so much more seeing you walk around like this. Huh? He starts to laugh at me. I'm blushing so hard, even my ears feel like burning. That is the truth, like, bro. Come on, bro. I was right. You are an asshole. I yell at him. I just want to hit him so bad. Call me an asshole all you want, but I wasn't the one who looked like a clown all this time. Nell, I yelled at him. Nell won't stop laughing. Instead, he picks up the pace, intending to leave me behind. Don't you run away from me. I start to chase after him. We spend the last hour together, carefree and joking around, until we bought a towel for Angela, and Nell has to go to work. It's it's the first time I felt so relaxed around Nell. I never would have imagined there'd be a day where Nell and I would be teasing each other in a non-violent way. Good episode, good episode, good episode. Hey, these shit's moving quick. I ain't gonna hold you now. I ain't gonna hold you. I wonder if all these end on episode 28. Cause last time with Gray, that lasted till chapter 28. But I'm not feeling we towards the end yet, cause we gotta see what happens when somebody lets somebody know that it's all fake. We gotta see. Hold on. Continue. Let's see. All right. On Saturday, me and Nell are outside of Angela's apartment, and she's standing next to a taxi loading her luggage. Don't look so sad. It's not like I'm leaving you forever. I promise I'll be back, Pumpkin. Angela blows a kiss at Nell. Nell visibly recoils. It's not like that. It's not that. I'm more worried about the people you might drag into your schemes. Schemes? What schemes? I'm leaving it all behind me. Angela gives her widest and brightest smile. I pull out the present me and Nell brought for her and hand it over to Angela. This is from the both of us. I hope you can take your time over there. Angela accepts the present. You both so distinctively sweet. It's giving me cavities. It's giving me cavities. Quit it, you guys. She gives me a hug, and I hug her back. Please don't do anything rash over there. Don't fool around with the pool boy. Damn. You calling her? Why you saying she like that? Angela shoots her into laughter. Don't worry. I'll sleep with the bellboy instead. Damn. No. Rolls over his eyes and crosses his arm. Just leave already and get back all better. He says. Well, since someone doesn't want me around, I guess I'll have to go now. I can't miss my flight anyways. Angel finally opened the door to the cab and sits inside. She rolls down the window and talks to us. Don't forget to water my plants for me, she says. All of a sudden, your plants are made out of plastic. Oh, wait, no. All your plants are made out of plastic, says Nell with a heavy sigh. Angel blows another kiss, thanks to the both of you. I'm going to miss you. See you soon, I say. Please don't do anything to warrant me being woken up in the middle of the night because you got involved with law enforcement, says Nell. Bye, darlings. She turns to the driver and tells him to go to the airport. The car engine starts up and slowly the car starts to move down the street. By the way, guys, I forgot to tell Nell's parents that, oh, shit. Oh, she ain't shit. That was her one fucking job. Fuck. I forgot to tell Nell's parents that you two aren't getting married. My eyes widen, and so does Nell's. Nell starts to run after the car. Huh? Damn, what do you mean? Oopsie, Angela blows a kiss before the cab finally turns the corner and out of sight. I stand there rooted to the ground. Angela. Nels yells out loud, but she's too far gone to hear it. I shake my head in disbelief. She pulled out another Angela stunt on us, letting us know that at the last possible moment that she didn't tell Nell's parents, and now we're still stuck in this pretend marriage sham. Angela will be gone for who knows how many months. She's definitely not going to own up to her idea and confess. What are we gonna do? I asked, turning to Nell. Nell displays a wide variety of emotions, mostly conflicted and worried. Murder her when she gets back, he suggests. Obviously, but what about right now? What if we'll have another running with your mother? Nell stuffs his hand into his pockets and kicks his foot at the ground, clearly frustrated with the lack of options. He walks back and forth on the sidewalk, thinking about the best course of action until it stops in front of me and sighs in defeat. I'll tell them. Mm. He sounds so lonely that it breaks my heart. Having to face his parents all alone. To clean up his cousin's mess, I feel like I can't let him fix Angel's mistakes all on his own. So I slip my hand into Nell's and give it a slight squeeze. No, we'll tell them. I correct him. Ooh, we gonna tell him? Shit. We're fucked. Nell stares at me in disbelief and then with a small smile spreads across his face. I can feel his fingers clasped around my own hand in return. He turns his head to where he last saw Angela disappear around the corner. Alright, he says. That's what we'll do then. I lean my head against Nell's shoulder. Yes, we can take them on together. At the very least, Nell deserves someone to be his moral support. We stand there hand in hand, staring into the distance, relaxing in each other's company. It's your day off, right? I asked Nell, suddenly thinking of something. For once, yes, it is. Do you want to come over for dinner tonight? I asked him out boldly. Nell cocks his head to the side and responds, but there's a relaxed look on his face. It doesn't seem like he's going to say no. Depends on how good you are at cooking, he asks instead. Are you insinuating I'm bad at cooking? I'm just gauging whether or not I'll get food poisoning and if I should order something takeout instead. I drop his hand, giving him an incredulous look. Are you that worried I'll poison you? Wouldn't wouldn't put it past you. Fine, don't come, I say with a huff. Nell swiftly leans into me, his lips brushing over the tip of my ear. No, I'll come. He says with a lower whisper before pulling me back. He gives me an all-knowing smirk and then finally starts walking away from me, getting inside of his car. He ain't shit. I watch him drive off, left behind with all kinds of thoughts. I asked him out for dinner and Nell says he'll come. My heart is suddenly making flip-flops in my stomach. Oh shit, what we cooking? I take an apron off and I stash it away somewhere. I don't pay enough. What the fuck? I don't pay much. I don't pay much attention. Damn, what the fuck? We need some water. I ain't gonna hold you. To details at the moment. Nell's coming over any minute now, and I've been slaving away in the kitchen, preparing a really nice meal for the both of us. I may or may not have checked out some romantic recipes for two online. I even brought some red wine. Look at the bottle sitting on the kitchen counter, and I quickly take a sip from it. I'm kind of nervous. I never had Neil inside my home before. I mean, he's been to street trends before, but never in the private quarters. My dish is boiling in the oven right now. It's almost done. Something, chicken and pasta. Okay, chicken Alfredo. Okay. That's a valid. With some wine, red wine. That's cool. I can't even remember huh? Hey man, I can't even remember what I threw in there anymore. I've been too busy making sure everything else is perfect as well. Oh fuck no! What did she cook, bro? Please don't tell me you fucked up the dish and was throwing random shit in there. Everything has been cleaned and set to display a nice cozy mood. I opt out of candles. That one seemed like I was trying too hard. It's dark outside and I dressed up in evening wear. It's a habit. It's a habit that kind of stuck because Angela insisting I dress up whenever we have dinner together. Hopefully Angela is having fun at her destination right now. The doorbell rings and my heart jumps inside my throat. He's here. Quickly I check to see if my outfit and hair looks good. I buzz him in. I can hear footsteps walking across the stairs and I open my front door to let Nell in. Good evening. me and son. Nell greets me with a soft voice. Hi, I stand around. I don't know what I don't know why I all of a sudden tongue tied right now. Nell casts his eyes towards the ground. You look nice. I can tell. I can't tell if he's forcing himself to say that or if it's a genuine compliment. Either way, it embarrasses me because I definitely wasn't expecting that. Thank you. I managed to reply. I step aside to let him in. Dinner's almost ready. Just let me serve it. Please take a seat. I leave Nell in the living room to fetch the casserole dish out of the oven with my oven mitts. All right, let's see how this is looking. Oh, they probably ain't gonna show the picture. Bouncing a heavy dish out of my hands, I make my way over to the dining room table. Nell is already seated, keeping keeping it quiet. His eyes follow my every move as I scoop up from the casserole and serve it on his plate. Oh, she made a casserole. Oh, okay. That was Alfredo. When I finish with my own plate as well, I take a seat opposite of them. Enjoy, I say, feeling a bit awkward. Neil takes his cutlery and eats the food like a perfect gentleman, just like he did when we went out for dinner to that fancy restaurant. Have you heard anything from Angela yet? I tried to fill up the scene to silence. I don't think she cares much for keeping in touch, so I don't expect her to say anything until a week has passed. Oh, I was just wondering if she arrived safely, that's all. Nell takes a napkin next to his plate and dabs it against his lips. She's arrived in one piece, she answers, smiling slightly. He does that a lot, actually, smiling when he talks about Angela, even though she can be quite a pain. Which brings me to my next question. Have you figured out how we're going to tell your parents if we're not really getting married? Nell stays quiet for a long time, doing nothing but munching on his casserole. I'm going to talk to them directly. He lets out a sigh. It occurs to me that I can't keep relying on Angela to do her part, so I'll be honest to them myself. He looks up from the table to me, his golden eyes gazing into my own, and I would like you to be there too. He sounds a bit hesitant, like I'd say no. Of course, I stammer. I'll be there. I won't let you face them on your own. Nell's body relaxes. He gives a genuine smile. I never seen him with such an expression before. I avert my eyes from him, finding myself with a little breathless. We eat together in silence for a bit, but not in an awkward silence, and there's no tension hanging around in the air. For once, silently enjoying Nell's company, and I never thought I'd see the day. Nell clears his throat. It's all right. What is? The food is edible. Ain't that some shit? I cock, I cock him in the eyebrow. Are you complimenting my food? Nell turns his head away. His cheeks turn pink. Perhaps, he utters shyly. I lean both elbows into the table and give him a confidence mark. Nell is complimenting me, and he's been adorably bashful about it. It's not the best compliment in the world, but coming from Nell, it's probably the most earnest he can be. Oh, come on, at least compliment me for real. Put some effort into it, I tease him. Nell tries to glare, but his cheeks stay pink, making it seem rather harmless and cute instead. Your home cooking is adequate enough for my exquisite palate. Sorry. Why all the fancy words? Can't you just admit you like it? Uh, Nell says, conflicted. I like it, he murmurs softly. I'm glad I invited him over for dinner. Otherwise, I never get to see a side to him. He's being so complacent for once, and he's not giving me any snarky responses. It's almost like the time of the masquerade ball when I thought Nell was some flirty stranger. Remembering that just makes me realize that Nell is capable of showing a nicer side of him. To even be able to hand out compliments without doing it through gritted teeth, to be able to actually converse with me. It's strange. It's a strange thing to sit there eating a meal with Nell. We're both being civilized. Perhaps this is how things could have been like since the beginning if we weren't such a jerk about it. After all, when we met as kids and got along just fine back then. What the fuck? Hey, yo, what the fuck going on? The room suddenly, bitch, you didn't pay your bill. The room suddenly goes pitch black. Hey, what happened? I yell. All the lights have gone out. My entire apartment is covered in darkness. Your power went out. Street lights are still on. So I believe it's just you. Great, I say with a frustrated groan. I don't even know why. I get up from my chair, putting my hands out in front of me to be able to feel where I'm going. At the same time, I hear Nell getting up as well. The fuse's probably blown. Where's your electric panel? It's downstairs behind my workroom, I believe. I take a few steps forward, but I can't really see much. Now I can. Now I kind of wish I used candles for the mood, mood lighting, anyways. The bright light shines into my eyes. I squeeze them shut in response. Don't shine that in my face, I tell him, giving Nell a glare. Once I open my eyes, he's holding out his cell phone and using the flashlight setting to illuminate our surroundings. Come on, let's fix it. Nell starts to leave the dining room and I follow him a bit. A bit surprised he's taking charge like this. We reach my front door, the one leading to the staircase to go downstairs, and Nell is the first one to open. Why is the lights off, bro? Why are you acting fun? As soon as I bring somebody over, now all of a sudden the lights go off. The fuck? The door bangs against the cardboard behind it, and Nell, causing Nell to stumble forward with too much force. Damn, my heart stops beating once I see his cell phone fly out of his hands, and all of a sudden, I hear afterwards a loud bang as Nell rolls down the stairs. Damn, Nell! I yell out at him. Why is everybody getting fucking injured, bro? The loud bouncing stops. The cell phone is facing flat down on the floor at the bottom. I can see if he's okay. Nell, I call out to him once more, and I start moving forwards. I can hear you. I'm right here, idiot. That nigga mad, bro. I almost jump out of my own skin when I realized Nell's voice is right next to me. But how? I thought he had fallen down the stairs for sure. But then it wasn't me that fell down the stairs. Some heavy box you had hiding behind the door did. Along with my cell phone. Along with my cell phone. Great. It's probably broken. I feel around in the dark with my hands until I make contact with Nell's arms. I grab it and link my arm with his. That scared me. Don't do something like that. Staying quiet. I don't want to take another person to the hospital again. Angela, taking Angela to the hospital was already too many times in the time for me. That really frightened me. It's okay. I'm all right. What the fuck? All right, hold on. I need water, bro. Bro. Damn, I'm mad I ain't getting no water bottle, bro. All right. It's okay, I'm all right. He reassures me in a low voice. Come on, take my hand. It's hard to see. I suddenly feel Neil's hand pry my arm away from his and then slip his fingers in between mine. He gently tugs me towards the edge of the staircase, and we both walk down until we reach the ground floor. Neil picks up his cell phone that's lying next to the cardboard box and checks for any defects and scratches. And there was an obvious one that can't be missed. His damn tire screen correct. The flashlight setting still works though. Sigh. Why do my personal belongings always seem to get broken and ruined whenever I'm near you? I don't know how to answer that. I bring bad luck, I joke. Nell snorts in response, but it's not angry sounding, it's just a bit peeved. I'm surprised how well Nell is containing his anger at his cell phone cracking. Usually he'd have insulted me 3 times by now, blame everything on me and stormed off. But now he holds my hand as he tugs me down through the dark, not saying a word. His hands feel warm. Point me to the right direction. I step in front of him and open the door at the back, where the electrical panel is located. I open the door and we step into the small closet. It's pretty cramped in here with the two of us. Nell is too confused on opening the panel, so he drops my hand and hands over his cell phone to me.
Hmm.
Here, shine a light on it. I give him some light and he checks what's wrong. There's a bunch of switches and honestly, I don't know which one it is. I haven't had any trouble with the electricity yet, so I never really had any need to know. I'm surprised Neil seems to know what he's doing though. He checks every single switch until he's flipped the big green one, and suddenly I hear a whirling of electricity spring back on it. The lights in the boutique spring back on. Well, that was surprisingly simple. It's back on, I say
Hmm.
delightfully. It was probably your oven that brought it down. You may want to buy a new one. In my joy, I wrap my arms around Nell from being behind him and stand on my tippy toes to give him a smooch on his cheek. Thanks. Nell jerks back, his cheeks catching fire, and he looks at me in shock. Don't. He starts a bit at a loss of words. I stare at him, wondering what's with the extreme reaction. He rubs the spot on his cheek that I kiss. Sneak attacks aren't allowed, he grumbles. Well, honestly, Neil, I didn't think you had it in you. When you mentioned to pay someone to clean your apartment, I figured you wouldn't even know what an electrical panel is in the first place. This seems to turn Nell's face redder. Oh, this is so much fun. It seems to see him squirm in front of me. Well, I have you know I had to help Angela quite often with her electricity. I'm the one she calls whenever something went wrong. Maybe I'm rich. I may be rich, but I'm not ignorant. He hisses. He roughly takes the cell phone out of my hand. I know he's acting all indignant right now, but I can't help and feel that it's all just for show. He's not really offended or even angry that his screen got a gigantic crack on it. I'm sorry about your cell phone. I can't offer to pay for the replacement screen, I
Hmm.
suggest. He shakes his head. No, that won't be necessary. It's not your fault. Besides, that's what I have insurance for. Neil continues to surprise me with his words. He's not blaming me for at
Hmm.
once. Why are you looking at me like that? Neil says with a huff. He's eyeing me suspiciously. I don't know. You're not. How should I put this? Blaming me. He crosses his arms defensively. Is that what you want? Is that what you expected? Yes, I say immediately. I will gladly start pointing out all the things that made it your fault if it pleases you so much. You already said it's not my fault. Can't take it back
Yeah.
now. Has anyone ever told you that you can be quite grating on the nerves? No, just you. I give him a wide smile. No, eyebrows furrow into a frown, and then he sighs. Mm. Yeah, I need water, bro. This is bad, bro. This is bad. I don't believe that for a second, he mumbles. What about you? Huh? I question him. How many times people have told you that you're an asshole? This time he's glaring at me. Is that supposed to imply something? You can't deny that you do act like one though. I trail off. Oh, wait a minute, what really? What the fuck was that? In a second, Nail's hand is gripping my arm and he pushes me against the wall. Oh, oh what we finna get a scene? Nigga, we finna get a scene. He lowers his head until our noses almost touch. I can feel his breath on my face. It's because of you, he says in a low hiss against my ear. His breath makes me shiver and my heart is beating up. You're blaming me, I fire back. I slowly tilt my head on the side, staring directly at his collarbone and fighting the temptation to kiss it. Neil slides his fingers through my hair until he pushes them up against my back, back of my head. The feel of his fingertips against my scalp is soothing yet exciting. Then he leans even closer until his face is lowered enough that his nose is poking the nook of my neck. His breath is hot on my skin and it turns my body grows warm
Yeah.
as well. I blame my lack of self control around you. My hand reaches out and runs across Nell's back, pushing me, pushing his body closer to mine. I feel like I'm on some sort of drug. My sensations are all heightened, and every single movement about that Nels makes shoots a painful throbbing in my heart. Is it bad that I'm thinking I want him to lose control around me? Mm, I swallow loudly and part my lips, feeling them touch the rim of his ear. Maybe I want you to lose control, I whisper. The moment those words left my lips, I breathe in the sharp gas of Nels hungrily plants. Oh no, I read that wrong. The moment those words leave my lips, I breathe in the sharp gasp as Nell hungrily plants his mouth on my. What the fuck, bro? I wish I could go back so I can hold you. All right, whatever. We gonna skip this one. The section on the sensitive patch of skin there is enough to make my knees buckle over, and with it, my entire mind goes blank. I run my fingers through his black hair, squeezing my eyes shut as Nell continues to draw blood to the surface of my neck. It feels good. Eventually, Nell manages to make me squirm against him as he sucks even harder. And just like that, his lips leave my neck alone. I let out a shallow breath and look him in the eyes. His golden eyes are burning with passion that wasn't there before. I launch myself at him in this enclosed space, grabbing the sides of his head, knocking him into the wall. I don't wait a second before my lips crash against his. When we connect, he pushes me back hard against my lips, melting everything inside of me to a mush. Wait a minute. I've never, Nell's moan is muffled against my mouth. I can feel him twitch in response to every move as I suckle on his lips. Finally, I kiss Nell again. Nell's fingers slip into my hair and he gazes them against the back of my scalp, pulling me closer to him and pushing harder against my lips. I'm engulfed in it by his body. It's sparking a fire inside of me so hot that I feel I might burst. Bro, let me get a scene, please, bro. We part briefly, only the slightest bit. Nell is back with his plump lips on mine, sucking the daylights out of them. It feels good. It feels like our lips are magnets because I can't seem to leave. We can't seem to leave each other alone. I let one hand wander free across his chest, and I can feel Nell's heart wildly beating against my palm. It's racing as fast as mine is. Nell has one arm wrapped around my waist. He thrusts his hips into mine, causing me to open my mouth, releasing a gasp. We gotta get, hold on, we gotta get screen no. Nah, ain't no way. Tongue out, bro. Nah, that's crazy. All right, hold on. We gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. What freaky shit they oh, bro. All right. All right. Using this opportunity, Nell's hot tongue enters me. The sensation feels like a pleasant burn. His tongue brushes against mine, and it's making me breathless and hot. He toys around with me slowly, and if he wants me to beg for more, no, I'm not in the mood for games, so I gently bite down on his tongue as a warning. Then quickly pulls back, staring at me with open eyes. Then he closes his eyes again and reels me back in, dipping his tongue into my mouth. And this time he doesn't tease me. This time he eagerly pushes back against my own tongue. My heart is beating in the same rhythm as his. I feel like we're on the same page for once, wanting the same thing. Because there's no denying I want Nell at this moment, and Nell wants me too. When Nell changes his position, something behind me falls over with a loud bang. Oh, goodness, bro, we making no sense. Fuck. Neil is quickly fuck. Neil is quick to remove himself from me and turns his body around to see what hit him. I breathe deeply and fast, shaken up by the makeout session with Neil. My eyes look behind Neil, where a broom lies on the ground. Oh, that's what hit him. You okay? I say, trying to steady my breathing. Yes, he said with a wavering voice. I want to continue kissing. Ah! Oh! Amina said I should leave. No, no, why leave now? Don't look at me like that, he says bashfully and turns his head away from mine. I need to go do something important tomorrow. I can't stay, he explains. Oh, the disappointment in my voice is hard to mask. I wanted him to stay with me. I can't help but feel rejected. Things were definitely leading up to something. Man, I was waiting. I was waiting. They wrong for cutting that shit off early. I can't help but feel rejected. These things were definitely leading up to something. Nell lowers his eyes and he rushes over out of the small room so he can have some space to breathe again. Dang, we were so close. We were this close, bro. Out of the hallway, he looks at me, staring into my eyes with a gaze full of questions and uncertainty. Seeing my own feelings reflected into them. Then Nell finally breaks eye contact. I'll contact you when I figure out when we can meet my parents. I look down as well, right? Well, thank you for getting my electricity back. Don't thank me for that. Even a child could do it. Just let me thank you, okay? I give him a slight push against his shoulder. As you wish, he says, this time smiling slightly. Almost feel a sense of dread having to say goodnight to him now. It all went by so fast. Emotions from him are still so in turmoil. But one thing is clear, I want Nell. Is it wrong for me to to want to stay with him longer? Good night then. I struggle with getting those words out. Mel hesitates for a moment, staring into my eyes. It's making me feel weak in my knees. It's just like he doesn't want to leave, just like I don't want him to leave either. Except he finally nods. He finally forces himself to give a curt nod. Good night, he says and turns around to open the back door. Dang. Nell finally leaves my boutique. I touch my lips with my index finger, feeling it tingle with sensations I was experiencing moments before. I'm left to wonder about what it all means, where this is all going. What if things are going to end between us after we have a talk with his parents? Suddenly, I feel anxious about what's going to happen next. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Nah, hey. Hey, this is good. We got a little action scene, but we ain't get no scene. I was this close. I wanted this, you know what I'm saying? But we got a little screenshot in. I ain't gonna do, so I'm cool with that. Alright. Shit, they want me to make a design. Let's see. That's what we wearing? I mean, I guess. Wait a minute, I don't have that. Oh, I got the top. But then, what the fuck is that? But that's not it. That's not it either. Hmm. You think? Yeah, we might have to go to the shop. Do we have to get a pink? Let me see what the. Hold on. I gotta put something on the collar so I can. That's the same pink. I think it is. And then what? Let's see. Color. Alright, we got the pinks and stuff. Alright, let's go back. Cause I know we gotta go to the store. Cause I don't know what that ribbon tie is, honestly. Is that it? I think that was it. All right, let's see. Oh no, that's it. Let's see. All right, yep. This is the shirt. Press. And let's do the skirt. Is that? No, that's this. But then design. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Let's put the flowers on. Cool. Let's go back to the top. We gotta get the hemline too. God damn. Alright, let's go back. Fuck. I ain't got nothing. Alright, that's all we need to get. Hold on. How we ain't need to get all this shit, you know what I'm saying? We just need something around the waist. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Alright. We should be getting out. What the fuck did I buy? God damn it. I bought some extra shit. I don't know what the fuck that was. Alright. Accept. Where pink at? Why don't I see it? Don't make me mad. Please don't make me mad. Why the fuck it ain't on there? Hold on, let's see. There we go. Okay. Turn it pink. There we go. Alright. We should be done. What do you mean? That's the same dress. That's band for band the same dress. Hemline. There is no hemline. For the top. Oh. There we go. Alright, babe. Good on that. Let's go outfit. Let's see if they got it for us. We going to see their mama. Okay, we gonna put it in this dress. I need a brown Ariel. And then we gotta take these pants off. Ooh. I don't know what hue's wearing. Those do look nice, but what color? Yeah, I think we should wear a necklace. We gonna go. Are we gonna go with the brown theme though? Let's go brown. Let's put some little color in it. Yeah, let's go for a. Since they went pink, we'll go pink too. All right. And then for jewelry, we gonna go. We gonna go pink. Match it. Fuck it. We'll lighter version. Should we change the color of the bag? It's nice. Okay. Um, that's a nice pink. I'm thinking about changing the hair. We've been rocking this shit for a while, ain't gonna hold you. There you go. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Chapter 26. All right. Angela is somewhere on the beach enjoying her rehab vacation, but me, I'm sitting next to Nell in a very expensive limousine heading towards his parents' estate. Their personal chauffeur is chauffeur. I say chauffeur. Chauffeur. Bro, I'm done, bro. Is taking us to their home. 2 days ago, Nell contacted his parents and got invited over for dinner. He decided it would be good. It would be a good time to break the news to their parents and asked if I would like to join him as well. Since I already promised him I would be there when he revealed their engagement was fake, I simply said yes. And that's why we're here. That's why I'm here in a fancy car, sitting next to an equally anxious-looking Neil. My nerves are killing me. Neil, I call for him. He turns his head away from the window when he was staring out of it. How are we gonna do this? Should we just say it straight from the beginning until after dinner, or perhaps or perhaps when we're walking out of the door, so we can shout it out to them as we're leaving? Neil bites his lip before growling at me. Stop your rambling. I can't concentrate on my thoughts if you keep talking. Well, what exactly are your thoughts? I know I said we'd tell them together, but we haven't really decided on how we're gonna do it. And before I run my mouth at dinner, I just want to know your plans. I'll tell them. He says firmly. You just keep your pretty little mouth shut and I'll be doing the talking. Don't say that. I tell him offended. Say what? That pretty little mouth comment. We are not really engaged, Neil. I'm not your trophy wife. Don't worry. No one would ever mistake you as a trophy. Fuck you. I narrow my eyes at him. I am not in the mood for your childish bickering. Well then, how about you zip your lips? Your voice is a nuisance to my thoughts. My anger flares up. Now listen here. If you do not watch what you're saying, I'm going to go out there and give them a piece of my mind, regardless of your wishes. That's not what you want now, is it? Neil grunts at me, but otherwise keep quiet. I fiddle with my fingers on my lap. I'm on edge. Neil's on edge as well, and it's not good combination because apparently we can't do anything but say nasty things to each other like this. 2 days ago, we were civilized and felt like we had made some progress with each other. However, as soon as we're both stressed, we fight like cat and dog. Finally, he speaks up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. He sighs, the word expression gracing his features. I'm stressed and nervous. I have no idea how my mother will take the news, nor I know what will happen to me afterwards. We got this, bro. We got this, bro. I place my hand on top of his to comfort him and give him a little squeeze. Nell slightly tilts his head towards me. A small, nervous looking smile appears on his lips. He squeezes my hand back. We drive the rest of the way in silence, which reveals itself to be deadly to me as I keep thinking of different scenarios in my head, each one worse than the last. When we finally arrive, I look out the window and I'm blown away by the huge mansion in front of me. The front yard is twice its size. There's even some tending to the yard by shoveling snow out of the path. I'm feeling intimidated by the sheer size of the property. It's really a good visual reputation of their wealth. I'm going to make these very wealthy people very angry. You didn't tell me they lived in a mansion until Nell's surprise. What do you think? They lived in a shoe? My parents are wealthy. You know that. He says as he gets out of the car. I hurry up after Nell, a bit afraid he'll leave me alone with these unfamiliar surroundings. Oh shit. In front of the door is a large painted, huh? The front door is, oh, the front door, okay. The front door is a large painted red. When it opened up, the both of us enter the receiving hall. Welcome back, Master Neil, greets the butler politely. Neil nods his head at him and we both walk further into the hall. I am practically glued to Neil's back. You have servants? I shout out under my breath. Ah! I mean, son, can you contain yourself? He snaps at me. Stop commenting on every little thing. I'm sorry. Nervous. I explain honest, just being here gives me the chills. I follow Nell as we enter a different room. What appears to be a large lounge area, and I see Evelyn seated on the white leather couch. I almost want to duck behind Nell as I see her, but I swallow my nerves and stand to him, to next to him instead as we approach her. Is he going to tell her now, or is he going to wait until dinner? I have no clue regarding what Nell is going to do now, so I decided to keep quiet.
Ah.
Nell, Amia son, welcome. Oh my, you both look a little pale. Are you famished? Asked
Hmm.
Evelyn. We're fine, mother. Just a little tired from the trip. Nell answers from before sitting down on the couch. I stand awkwardly for a few seconds, then sit down next to Nell. The white leather feels cold to the touch. Everything minimum price of my yearly salary. It always, I've always known Nell was wealthy, but never guessed it would really got to me until now. Neil likes to walk around instead of driving. He goes to coffee shops to drink coffee. He doesn't have his own chauffeur driving him around or a butler preparing his drinks. He's never actually flaunted his wealth in my face like I expected him to. It's made me forget he's from a rich background. The uncomfortable silence stretches on and I'm growing restless. Nice come on, girl. Out of all things, nice butler. Come on, bro. Do better, bro. I blurred out. Neil, man, this shit. That nigga switched his face. He said, "You dumb bitch." Neil gives me a dirty, shifty look, and I can imagine his voice clearly telling me to shut up. I lowered my head and looked down at my
Oh.
lap. Which servant, dear? Was it? Was their service unacceptable to you? I asked
Oh.
Evelyn. Their service was excellent. She's not. Hold on. Their service was excellent. She's simply not used to having them around, Nell explains. She's middle class after all. Hey, why you say it like that? Damn, nigga. Now it's my turn to give Nell a dirty look.
Hmm.
You, it is? It's charging. Oh, it's not even connected. Fuck. Let me see. Damn, what? This shit wasn't on the charger. Hold on, y'all. Damn, I can't get this fucking charger in there, bro. Bro, can you get it plugged in? Fuck. Hold on. All right, we should be good. All right, we should be good. All right, all right, all right. Wait, is it plugged in over here? Hold on. All right. You know, Marcus and I have not always been living the dream. Evelyn starts in a sweet tone. We had to work long and hard for our careers, for our ambitions. Sometimes that meant scrapping by, choosing whether or not to buy groceries or to go hungry that day. Evan flashes a smile at Neil. My son, he's never known such hardships. We worked hard to provide for him like that, to provide him that kind of life. Well, that's certainly true. You have nothing to worry about. As a woman coming from a similar background, we welcome you with open arms as our future daughter-in-law. Oh God, I just want to die right now. She gave me her blessing by not actually getting married to Nell. Nell hides his face behind his hands. Short of words, short of words as well. Where's father? Nell decides to ask. He sounds real tense, but who could blame him? Probably in his study. He's always working. Subconsciously, I place my hand on his lower back in an effort to give him some sort of courage. I lean closer to him to whisper in his ear, "Don't drag it out, Nell. This is getting worse by the second." Nell clears his throat. "I have something to say to you both."
Oh.
"Oh, is it about the wedding?" I asked Evelyn. "I suppose it is." "You call father?" "Oh, shit." Evelyn waves at the servant who's been standing idle near the doorway and quickly disappears once the silent command is
Ah.
given. "Have you decided on a date?" It's already it's all right if you want to wait a year or two. You know, young couples do wait a lot these days. I cringe at each word she says. She's really looking forward to the wedding. "Can we wait until the both of you are here? It's important." Nell
Hmm.
stresses. "Honestly, bro, y'all are dating already. So you be like, we calling it off, but we still together." You know what I'm saying? Like, you can play it off like that because y'all going date. Y'all are kissing each other, like making out multiple times. He ain't got no side, bitch. You ain't got nobody. Why not? We anxiously wait as time ticks by, sitting there uncomfortably on the white leather couch, whereas Evelyn is browsing on her tablet. When we finally see Marcus emerge, oh shit, in the doorway, we both sigh out of relief before tensing right up simultaneously. Now for the hard part. Oh shit, what's going on, boy? You gotta stop calling this nigga boy, bro. This shit hilarious, bro. All I'm thinking about is fucking God of War when I see this shit, bro. All right, what's going on, boy? Grunts Marcus. I hear Miss Marsh hasn't been able to reach you for the last couple of days. Have you been skipping work again? Oh shit. I raised my eyebrows at this. I didn't realize Nell was missing work. I thought he had said he had the day off. "Tell her to mind her business," says Nell. "You're right, Nell. This is my business." Bellows Marcus, now standing in front of his son. "Literally my business. Who would think? Who do you think gave you that job? I can't. Nigga, nobody asked for the job. Bitch ass nigga. I can't help. I can't have you coming and going as you please. This
Hmm.
has gone on long enough. Darling, don't you think it's time to turn the other cheek and perhaps give Nell some time off? He needs to spend time with his fiancee," suggests Evelyn. Oh shit, Marcus throws his hands up in the air so that he can go off gallivanting around with his art girl. Wow, and let him think he can do whatever he pleases. Let let it poison his mind. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me fire it back. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Come on, bro. No, you've been poisoned long enough already by that insane cousin of yours. It's time to enter the real world, the corporate world full of responsibilities. No more slacking off or dodging your duty because that's what it is, son. It's your duty. Come on, you gotta speak up. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Give me the chance. Come on, bro. I'm appalled at his father's words. Seriously, art girl? Is that all I am? You have your fun in college. You wasted some precious time getting that good for nothing bachelor's degree, and your head is now filled with nothing but useless art images. It's time to put all this behind you before you disappoint me any further. Come on, bro. Please give me the chance to talk shit, bro. Nell hangs his head down. He still hasn't said anything at all. I can feel my own anger bubble up inside of me, marking my cheeks with the color red. Marcus tells, "You're a man now, Nell, and men keep their word. Don't make me cut you off entirely and leave you to fend for yourself." Then he finally looks at me, and perhaps you should find someone more suitable for you to marry. This art girl. He said it again. Let me cut him out. Come on, let me cut him out. Will only succeed in pulling you astray even further, and I will not tolerate it. Marcus, don't talk like that. Hold on. Don't talk like that to Nell's fiance, yells at Evelyn. Admit it, girl. You're solely doing this for the money, aren't you? Oh, wow. Ah, yes. You really must have thought you hit the jackpot with my son. Coming from a wealthy background, well, I'm not going to let someone like you take advantage of that. Yup. Let's cuss this nigga out now, bro. Excuse me, bitch. The fuck? I stand from my seat. Excuse me. I say I speak. There's no way I can stand here and let this man talk about me or Nell this way. Come on, let's talk our shit. I look him straight in the eyes, that motherfucker. Despite being similar to his sons, hold none of the warmth that Nell possesses. Aren't you ashamed to say such vile things about someone you barely addressed 2 words to? And for that matter, how dare you speak to your son in that way? He's your son. Nah, shut up, Nail. Shut the fuck up. I'm finna lock in on this nigga. He hisses at me, tugs my hand to get me to sit back down next to him. No, I refuse to back down. Let's lock in. Exactly. He's my son. He emphasizes with a hearty laugh. Don't you forget whose house you're in, Missy. Ooh. I will simply not tolerate such disrespect and sheer contempt in my own house. No wonder Nell tries to run away from you. You're absolutely terrible to deal with, I say breathlessly. At least your wife is civil enough to be happy for her son. Sit back down and know your place. You talking shit. I'm definitely not allowing this marriage to take place, he bellows. Good, I shot back because I wasn't going to marry him in the first place, bitch. Oh, honey, please don't say things like that. Marcus, calm down and stop yelling. You're just making things worse. Please, Evelyn. Me saying just Neil whines. Nah, no, I'm gonna tell them. I move away from Neil and his father. Tell us what? Oh my, why don't we all simply calm down and drink some tea, says Evelyn. Neil and I were never engaged in the first place. It was a sham, I say clearly. Mercy Marcus admits a loud snort and then laughs at us. A sham, you say. Did you need the money that badly? You had to fool my son? Does this mean you weren't there wasn't hold on. Does this mean there were there won't be a wedding? I don't know why the fuck I was fucking that up. Asked Evelyn in a sad voice. I growled at Marcus. I'm not in it for the money, and I wasn't fooling with Nell. We were both pretending. Nell cuts me off and me saying, come on, let me explain. He gets up from the couch as well. Explain what, boy? Marcus asks. I'm not engaged, nor I'm explaining to get married. Nell confesses. We lied. It takes a second for the information to register with Marcus and Evelyn, both looking at us with confused expressions. Marcus laughs again. Brilliant. This is brilliant. This means I had nothing to worry about. You can come back to the hospital to resume your work without any distractions then. Oh well, that's Evelyn doesn't know what to say. Don't you even want to know why we're pretending, I say? Details aren't important. What's important is that you now have no reason to be in this house, so I will kindly ask you to leave, says Marcus. Ooh. Angry that he's being so dismissive towards me, I stand my ground. The only reason I pretended to be his fiance was so Nell does not have to work as much. Because that's what's going on here. You're overworking your son to the point where he collapsed from exhaustion. That's not a life anyone should have to endure. Sweetie, is this true? Evelyn asks out of concern, looking at Nell. Nell doesn't answer. He merely stands there with clenched fists. Why isn't he saying anything? What Nell does is none of your concern. I will get my chauffeur to bring you back to your place, Margaret beckons to the servant. Ugh. Shouldn't your son health be more concerned? I bite back. Shouldn't you care about his health and happiness? For working for you makes him so miserable that he's rather hide it from you. Enough, he said. Remove yourself from this house immediately. My chauffeur is waiting on you for you outside. I can't listen to any more drivel you spout. It's nothing but nuisance. Go back to where you came from. Ooh. He got me so heated, bro. You need your chauffeur. I don't need no chauffeur because I'm leaving myself. I'm not going to stand here and listen to the awful things you say about Nell. I'm sorry for the intrusion. I give Nell one last look before turning around and heading straight outside. Yeah, we gotta go. Shit. Shit. We got to go. This nigga, stay in your place. Go back to where you came from. Bitch, who you talking to, nigga? Nell need to buck up. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit. You need to tell your you need to tell your dad, fuck you. I ain't working for you no bitch. Fuck. I'm getting tired of this shit. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens, bro. Chapter 27. It's that bullshit. And it's snowing. And we walking around with heels on. Damn. Eventually my feet lead me to the park. It's already dark outside. The air is cold and it's snowing. I sit down on one of the benches to collect my thoughts, trying not to pay any attention to my shivering. What did I do? What did I do? I yell at no, that's what he needed that. Nail father needed that shit. You ain't finna sit up and talk to me like this. I ain't finna sit up and eat dinner with no bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck on. I yelled at Nell's father in front of everyone, but he just made me so mad I couldn't stand it. The way he talked about me being some kind of gold digger, and the way he talked about Nell, seeing that seeing Nell there so defenseless and defeated, who in their right mind could have kept their mouth shut? Nell is a flawed person, and there's more vile words coming out of his mouth than anything positive. But he's not a bad person, and definitely did not deserve to have his father talk to him like that. There's no way I would have kept my mouth shut after seeing someone I cared for being abused like that. I had to speak up. Yeah. But now I'm not sure, but I'm sure I'm pretty much ruined everything. Nell is obviously going to side with his father. After all, he didn't speak up. You know what? I got faith in my boy. He gonna text me back and be like, or pull up to the shop and be like, hey, I quit the hospital job. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing. We gonna be happy for this nigga. And the end. It better go like that. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. I don't know why I got my hopes up. Shit. My phone buzz is making me jump in my seat. Where are you right now? Oh shit. I sit there with my phone in my hand, contemplating whether or not to tell him. Should I even reply? I sort of stormed out of there and left them all behind, and Nell for sure is going to yell at me or something along those lines. I'm unsure of everything right now, even of my own feelings. They're a bit of a mess right now. At the park. Wait there, I'm coming. Okay, go ahead and check up on me. Or nah, he finna pull up and just tell me. He finna be like, dumbass bitch, and then leave, bro. Oh, great. His Majesty is coming over and rain down his wrath upon me. Who knows what kind of speech he has prepared to scold me for yelling at his father. I buried my face into my hands. Oh God, I yelled at a really powerful figure. Sitting all alone at the park, it's really starting to sink in the things I've said. On the other hand, I'm also kind of proud. I've said I said it to them. The urge to stand up to him was too great, and I entirely lost it when Marcus started insulting me as well. There was no way I was going to let someone walk all over me, regardless of their status. That part. Either way, I can take those words back. I can't take those words back, and I don't think I want to either. Now all there is to do is wait for Nell, I suppose. How fun. Snow continues to fall around me. About 10 minutes later, I hear someone approaching. Their footsteps stop me in stop in front of me, and from the instant lack of snowflakes, I assume there's a umbrella above my head. I know it's Nell, so I don't bother to look up. I'm suddenly finding it very fan, whatever to stare at Nell's shiny polished shoes. My heart is in my throat, and I can't find the energy to say anything anymore. That was the craziest, most ludicrous thing anyone has ever done for me. Nell closes his eyes inside, and I have Angela to compare to. Nell places his hand on top of his head, patting my hair. But I guess I was waiting for that kind of crazy all along. I, I look up at him. My eyes wide in surprise. He pulls his hand back from taking a seat next to me, making sure the umbrella keeps the snow away from both of us. You're not mad at me? I asked. I didn't say I wasn't, he says. You got quite of a mouth that likes to run off on its own. I glare at him. Takes one to know one. How many times have you opened your mouth and said horrible things? Don't remind me, he says bitterly. But why do you think? But why do you seem to lose your voice when it comes to your father? Why did you let him step on you like that? You are sharp and always ready to come when it comes to retorts or witty remarks. It's different, all right? He pipes in. It's different because they're family, my family. They've always placed a tremendous amount of pressure on me to perform up to the highest to their standards. Neil then gives a snort, bitter and laugh. Why do you think I ran away that time? Even as a child, I knew something wasn't right. You had more fighting spirit at 8 years old than you do now at 24, I say. Neil sighs, leaning forwards and placing his elbow on his knee. I simply didn't want to disappoint them. Work hard, make them proud. That's all I really wanted. No, it's not. I interject. That's not what you wanted at all. For God's sake, Neil, why do you think I stood up for you? Because I know you're miserable the way you are now. I know you want to follow your passion, not be stuck in some stuffy hospital working for your tyrant of a father. Neil stays quiet for a bit and he finally looks at me. His eyes hold a bunch of emotions, but I can't quite place them. There's a bundle of emotions swirling around in my stomach as well. All the things that don't make sense, you're the one that makes the least sense to me. He says after a while. What do you mean? Why do you care so much? Neil twists his body around and moves closer to me. His face next to mine, staring at me with those golden eyes. His gaze is taking my breath away. I've made nothing but bad impressions on you, he said and done things that are inexcusable. You certainly have the right, I say, with a nervous laugh. So why are you always there when I least expect it? Always ready to come at my rescue? Nell keeps staring at me with those eyes, seemingly searching for answers. I'm drawn to them. He raises a excellent point. Why do I care so damn much about him? even though even though he's quite horrible with me to a certain points. I guess it's because I've seen what Nell can be with pretense falls away. I can I can see Nell for who he is and Nell who shows kindness towards others, the Nell who can laugh at silly things, the Nell that blushes a deep shade of red and turns speechless. I can see that behind Nell's rude actions, he tries to hide this insecure side of him, the Nell that is scared of messing up and letting himself get hurt. And that's why he's always quick to push me away or to cover up his embarrassment with quick and sharp insults. The more I get to know Nell, the more I know how he ticks, how he lashes out whenever he gets embarrassed, how he has had enough courage to apologize for his own faults, and even though his ideas are sometimes twisted, he does care about the people that are close to him. He's still arrogant, he's still witty, and always has a comeback ready. But this Nell, is this the Nell I like? This is the Nell I like. I worry about him. I want him to be healthy. I want to protect him. I always wonder what he's doing. I want him to succeed. I want him to grow and learn to live by his own choices. I want him to I want him. There's so many things I want him to say. I want to say that I end up speechless, not quite knowing how to convey them. Sometimes I really do think you have a ulterior motive. What I got an ulterior motive for? For always involving yourself, grumbles Nell. Ah, yes, my ulterior motive is for you to fall in love with me and marry me before driving you off into a cliff and reap all the sweet benefits I'd get as the widow of a rich man. I say deadpan. Hey, isn't that pretty much of your father's impression of me? I wouldn't put it past you. I give Nell's shoulder a hard shove, jerk. Gold digger. He retorts back. That would imply you actually have some gold to dig for. Aren't you pretty much poor if your father ever decides to cut you off? Nell gives me a worried smile. He did. Oh shit! Damn! Why he saying so, bro? This nigga get no thought. Well, he did. Damn. Oh, what? I'm drawn at blank. I couldn't even. I couldn't very well stay silent after your rampage. Rampage? I was not on a rampage. Neil laughs at my expression. That's that was almost definitely a rampage, and you left behind quite a big wreckage. Everyone trembled before you. I refused to let Nell get under my skin and look straight forward, trying to seem unimpressed. You should have stuck around, then you would have known how it ended. Well, I'm here now. How did
Mm.
it end? Father was mouthing you off since you left. I have never seen him such. I have never seen him this upset before. Not even on that day when I ran. He was like a volcano that erupted. He kept mocking everything you said. Wow, everything you stood for, from your manners to your boutique. Well, that sounds nice. I say defeated. I definitely succeeded in making Nell's father dislike me, but that's okay. I didn't like him either. I couldn't stand to listen to the things he was saying about you anymore. But don't you pretty much agree with those things, though? Nels flashes me a small smile. I told my father I actually agree with everything you said. He leans his head against my shoulder, burying his face in my hair as if he's trying to hide. Everything you said, it was pretty much the truth. Angela has been trying to get me to stand up to my father for years now, and I couldn't. Never
Mm.
did. You almost gave me a heart attack when you attacked my father like that. I couldn't believe
Mm.
it. Once again, you showed strength when I couldn't. Exactly like when we were kids. I stayed quiet, letting him continue to lean on me for support as he explains what
Huh.
happened. He went on ranting, insulting you when you left. I was unable to stand for it. I don't know why I was okay with my father saying such things about me, but you, I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone to speak ill of you. So
Mm.
I talk back. For once in my life, he mumbles against my hair. I can feel hot breath tickle my neck. It's making me shiver. Aren't you always speaking ill of me, though, Neil? I pointed out. I don't speak ill of you. I never. Speaking ill of me, insulting me, same thing. Neil turns his face a bit and lifts the brush against my neck. It gives me so many tingles, I swear he's going to do it on purpose. I'm sorry for the things I've said. I don't deserve what you did to me for me today. How about you thank me by treating me nicer from now on? No more insults, no more witty retorts thrown my way, no more shut your pretty little mouth. Nell stays silent for a few seconds before lets before he lets out a small snort. But it's kind of enjoyable to see you react and retort to them in return. Enjoyable, he finds my reactions amusing. I quickly pull away from Nell entirely. Did you just admit that you were saying those things to get a rise out of me? I say, I can't believe it. He really did. See? That's the kind of reaction I like. I feel my cheeks heat up as if I'm playing right into Nell's hands. Stop that. Stop being gleeful. Nell simply laughs at me. Nell, you can be cute sometimes, he adds with another chuckle. Great, now I'm definitely blushing. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? I wonder out loud. I'm not used to Nell being like this. He seems more carefree. He's joking around. The other night when we had ate dinner together, I discovered a side of him I had never seen before, and now
uh,
this. I can't decide whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, he says. Did your father really cut you off? I ask. It seems to be the most important question right now. Oh, I'm sure he's definitely cutting me off of any financial support. He hasn't said anything explicitly. The man was too stunned to reply once I was through with him, but I'm sure he's already plotting my demise. Angela would have loved it. I know I would have loved it. Love the scene Nell standing up to his father. I'm almost sad I ran out after I said my piece without getting to see something this extraordinary. So what changes for you right now, I
Hmm.
asked. It changes everything. It means that now I'm free to do whatever I want. And don't worry, it's not like he can access my personal bank account. I'm not suddenly dirt poor, dirt poor and living on the streets. What did your
Uh,
mother say? She didn't say much, actually. She was pretty quiet throughout the entire thing. Once I was through with father, all she said was to go after you. I give you an I give him an unamused look. So you came here on your mother's orders. Nell cast his eyes down. No, I wanted to as well. Good. I don't want you chasing after me only because someone told you to. Nell gives me a smirk. Are you saying you want me to chase after you on my own? No, I say flustered. But maybe yes.
hmm.
You're a terrible liar. I bite down on my lips to avoid his gaze. Nell makes a sudden movement, closing the distance between us again. His lips are near my ear, and his voice
Uh,
a whisper. I've been chasing you a little. I've been chasing you all this time, Mia son. Haven't you noticed? He quickly retreats and stands up from the bench, his back turned towards me. Snow falls on me, the safety of the umbrella gone with Nell. I look at his back, and under the light of the street lamp, I can spot the tips of his ears are red against his black hair. I find myself blushing as well. My mind is in a whirlwind right now. An hour ago, I was yelling at his father, and now Nell is saying that he's. What is he saying exactly? Is he cryptically telling me that he's actually been chasing me all this time? My mind is jumping to all kinds of conclusions, but I don't want to. I don't want my imagination to work it out. I want to hear it from him. Chasing me. I decided to ask. You have a funny way of showing that. Nell quietly shuffles with his feet on the ground, not saying anything. He leans against the lamppost and scratches his cheek, playing aloof. But then I see him shrink a bit, slumping down his shoulders and giving me a sigh. I may have done. He mumbles the last part, and considering he's turned away from me, I can't catch what he's saying. I can't hear you, I say. I get up from the bench as well and move towards Nell.
Ooh.
You know very well from the beginning, Nell noticed incoherently. You. I'm standing next to Nell. I must have been very quiet because he jumps away in surprise. Nell composes himself, losing the tie around his neck with his index finger. It seems Nell's face turns redder by the second half. I wanted to tell him to get out with it already, but he's simply too adorable. Nell, you're usually so eloquent with words. What's going on with all the tongue tied now? I say. I want to rub it in his face that he's fumbling over his words. I definitely do not like that part of you, Nell grumbles. I'm sorry, but who's the one who has admitted saying certain things to get a rise out of me for the other for other than their pleasure? Wasn't it? You? It was, wasn't it? Let me finish what I'm trying to say already, he says. When he sees I'm not continuing my teasing, he clears his throat and tries it once more again. As I was trying to say, after you rudely interrupted me, I'm not
Hmm.
interrupting. It seems like I have grown fond of you. He what now? He has grown fond of me. I'm sorry. I was supposed to be some kind of was that supposed to be some kind of confession? This is how Nell explains his feelings. Hey lady, I have grown fond of you. Even in my mind it sounds ridiculous.
Uh,
I yank down on Nell's tie and he yelps and responds as he gets pulled down to my level. I stare him down. You grown fond of me? What about the what about being a bit more clear? I'm not I daring push my lips against his to shut him up. My body zings in response and my heart is jumping around my stomach. Nell's lips are cold and soft, full of passion. His fondest speech may have been lukewarm, but his lips are anything but cold. He pushes me back. He pushes back against me, his lips smashing against mine like he's been yearning for this, hungry for it, starving for it. But so am I. I wanted this. I wanted this so bad. I sigh. I sigh against his lips, parting them. More air escapes between us until we're locked once more with Millstone coming out to play with my age. I took class in a whirlwind of fire as he grabs me by my waist. There's no hesitation in his actions. I can feel exactly what he wants by the way he kisses me. I suck on I suck on his lips and I hope he can feel this is exactly what I want as well. My hand hold on. My hands are running along the fabric of his shirt on his back, pressing it firmly against me. The night is cold, but there's a warmth inside of me that's growing hotter. Neil's lips finally feel amazing on mine. I don't ever want to let go. How decent, how, how decent young people are these days. Someone suddenly yells at us. We break apart at the interruption, mortified to realize we're not exactly alone at the park and have been sucking on each other's faces in public view. Both of us are taking big breaths to steady ourselves. I can't seem to look at Neil in the eye, and he seems to have the same problem. The ground suddenly becomes very interesting.
Um,
Oh, let's take you home. This park can be full of strange people at night. Don't want you running into them. Neil takes my hand and gently tugs me along. I wrap my hand around his, loving the feeling of his, much bigger against mine. We walk side by side and take our way out of the park. My mind immediately goes into overdrive as his hand grows warmer to the touch. We just made it out. Nils sort of confessed to me we're holding hands, and not even an hour ago I was yelling at his father. I can't keep up with these emotions. It's all still too unclear, with this growing sensation inside of me. It's hard to ignore. It's been there like a steady current, growing bigger and bigger, washing over me like a tidal wave. I look over at Neil, who's been keeping quiet and holding his umbrella with one hand while gripping mine with the other. My heart clenches up, it's throbbing painfully. I quickly look away. No, it's not. It's not that unclear. I felt this way for a while now, maybe even since all the way back at the masquerade party, when I was forced to realize that I had been attracted to Neil all the while. I didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to face my own growing feelings for him because why would I even feel this way? Neil has been nothing but hot and cold from the moment we met again at the coffee shop. And yet I'm unable to stay away from him, and Neil seems unable to stay away from me, I think. Oh God, I say out loud and stop walking.
hmm?
Neil stops as well. What's that? I think we've no, it can't be. I covered my mouth with a free hand, shocked at the realization. Nothing. I managed to say, no way. There's just no way. What? Spit it out. Don't say, oh God, all of a sudden, and stop walking without any sort of explanation. Neil looks at me with a frown, waiting for me to say what's on my mind. I fiercely shake my hand, hoping hoping to shake off the blush that is now covering my cheeks. No way. I'm not going to say
Huh?
it. Huh? Neil gives me a exasperated look. Moments ago, I couldn't keep your mouth shut, and now you decide to keep quiet. Well, that's because I just realized that I'm in love with Neil. I, I can't say, I can't let that bastard know. He'd grow even cockier, even more arrogant. He'll never let me forget.
Mm,
Why won't you tell me he wants? I must keep my mouth shut. I bite down my lip and shake my head. No way. I can't tell you. I'm not going to. Nell gently gazes. Nell's gentle gaze is turned into a glare. Why can't you tell me, huh? Where's your fighting spirit now? He says, as if to challenge me. Your bullies, you bully seduce me with your lips, But words prove to be a challenge for you, he adds. I turn bright red, seducing him. Are you really that? Are you really that at a loss of words? He smirks. That cocky bastard is enjoying this, and I'm hating every second of it. I can't let him be this gleeful. My pride won't stand for it. I push away from him. I'm not. I'm fine. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I push away from him. I'm not fine. I love you. Ew. Oh shit. That's crazy. Oh crap. I said it. Oh, this nigga. I hide my face further in his hands, horrified. I said it out loud. Manel doesn't respond to anything witty. However, I take a peek through my fingers. He's standing there still, looking straight ahead. I pull my hands away from my face. Nell, I poke his shoulder. Uh, Neil drops his umbrella as he dashes away from me before crouching down on the sidewalk. He runs. Nigga, what the fuck? Why is you crouching down, bro? His arms covering his head, shielding his his very bright neck. Oh, I love the scene, but why she look like that? Why y'all do me so bold? Anyway, this is a good scene though. Not him blushing like this. Nell, I call out to him, a bit flabbergasted at the extreme reaction. Nell lifts his head in the tiniest bit so that he can look back at me with the golden eyes. He looks so embarrassed. This is incredibly cute. My heart thumps against my chest, filling me with a glowing warmth. I pick the umbrella up, slowly walk. No, I pick the umbrella. Oh, that's why I keep fucking up. I pick up the umbrella and slowly walk towards him. It's my turn to shield him from the snow. He looked kind of pathetic, crouching down like that as if he's trying to hide from me. It reminds me of that day we met at the cafe when he tried to hide behind his laptop. It was so stupid, but also weirdly enduring. Like right now. I can't pass this opportunity to tease him. So I crouch to his level myself and leaning closer to his ear. Nell, I love you. I whispered to him. She ain't afraid. She gonna tell this nigga. Nell, he almost does a barrel roll forwards, but catches himself in time before quickly standing up. I follow his movements with a smirk, basking in his embarrassment. I think I found the best button to push. What's wrong, Nell? I ask innocently. He gives me a he gives me a look, one that seems to be screaming, "Are you for real?" He points at me with his index finger. Stop that. I take a step closer to him and smirk growing wider. Stop what? Oh, saying I love you? That, stop. Another step closer. Why should I? I whisper. His face still buried in his hands. He looks to his left and grits his teeth like he's in pain. Stop lying to me like that. It's not good for my heart. Oh, does he really think I'm lying for the sake of teasing him? I'll take a small step backwards. It's not a lie. I bashfully look away from him this time. I may have only realized it just now. I saw this, but it's true. Nell's golden eyes are widened and conflicted. What? Even if I even if you have a emotional range of a toddler, even if your venomous words sting and hurt, even if I never know what comes out of your mouth is what you really mean to say, you don't have to keep insulting me. He barks at me. I guess I can't help it, but find you adorable. Besides, I admit that I can say some nasty things as well. Neil blinks at me, still not believing me. Of course, I prefer if you be a little bit nicer for me to now on. Say something. Say something. You don't make me stand here wearing my heart on my sleeve all awkwardly. I clutch my umbrella. I clutch the umbrella to close myself for support. Neil clears his throat before turning his face away from turns his face away from me once again. He seems to be incapable of looking at me directly when it comes to being honest with himself. Maybe my choice of words is a bit ambiguous, he admits. I try to express himself better. What would certainly that would certainly help, considering Neil is always hiding his thoughts behind snarky comments. He sighs. I have a hard time putting my feelings into words whenever I'm around you. Gee, really? I mock. He reaches out for me daringly, brushing my cheek with the back of his hand. I take in a breath as I get filled up with excitement and anticipation. Ever since that day at your boutique, I've been attracted to you. And those feelings festered inside me into something bigger. I felt less and less in control every day. Despite being able to properly articulate himself this time, Nell's face is in a deep shade of red, the blush even covering his neck and ears. I can see, I can tell that he's shivering, and it's definitely not because of the cold. He's nervous, he's fidgety. These are all new sides of Nell I haven't seen before. I've become quite the mess when it's about you, when it's hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe, it's hard to think. I never I never knew I could be nervous, scared, excited all at the same time. In the end, I'm having such a hard time managing my own feelings that end up hurting yours. Mocking you, hurting you, that's never been my intention. I can't help but become a child whenever I feel that fluttery chaos in the pit of my stomach. I lash out. My mouth runs off, and instead of trying to get along with you, my primitive my primitive brain thinks it would be a great idea to act all high and mighty to make sure you won't notice that I'm scared of these feelings you incite in me. Nell finishes his monologue while looking at me with these hopeful puppy dog eyes. My heart melts at the sight of him, and his words make my heart beat even faster. Essentially, Nell admits that he has feelings for me and lashes out because he's too scared in return. But I want you to notice me now. And if you want, and what, whoa, hold on. And if you, and if what you said before was no lie, then he bumps his head forward into mine. I can feel the warm breath in his face. It's comforting. He pauses for a little while, simply leaning against me for support. I think I love you too. I jolt in lightning surges through my body and my eyes are cracked wide open. I was in heavy denial before. It's only been a few minutes since I finally accepted that I was in love with him, but never suspected I'd hear him say those words back to me. My legs feel like spaghetti noodles all of a sudden. My inner strength has left me. I can't believe we both confessed to each other. I never expected that this would happen when I woke up this morning. I expected to tell Neil's parents that I wasn't his fiance, that I wasn't in fact anything to him. Yet here we are, foreheads touching, faces red with snow falling quietly around us. And we love each other. Oh, I was telling him before, confidently saying I love you. But now suddenly I find myself speechless. It's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to hear it come from him. I'll repeat what you said before. Please say something. I don't make me stand here with like a fool. I hold back the urge to smile. I want to say those things were my exact words, but I decided against it for now. You're stupid, I say instead, with a slight chuckle. I can already tell Nell is about to pull away in a huff, but I tilt my head up, pressing his lips against his for a brief moment. But I seem to be in love with you, no matter how stupid you are. Fancy that. Nell growls at me aloud. Are you saying I'm stupid? Nell raps. Nell, I wrap my free arm around his neck, lifting myself up so I can kiss him one more time. Stupid. Nell kissed me back, wrapping his arms around my waist. Then you're stupid for falling for this fool. He's nervous and fidgety, but his eyes are full of longing as he cups my face and rains himself closer to gently kiss me again. He pulls away after a sweet second, blinking his eyes at me and giving me a shy smile. Let's go home, he says. We go home together. Good shit, my good shit, my good shit. Hey, that episode E. Hey, this is a fabulous episode. We confronted Nell's father, called that nigga a bitch, talked our shit, left out. Nell came after me. You know what I'm saying? We confessed, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Alright, let's see what this. Hey, this gotta be the last chapter then. Alright, finale. We on the finale. Chapter 28. Uh-oh. Oh, y'all see this? Tailor Plus. You're about to read the normal epilogue. Tailor tells. Damn, very. I'm so mad. Yeah, I'm finna get this steamy scene when I'm off the clock. But y'all gonna have to get the regular scene. I ain't gonna hold you. Sorry, y'all. We gonna have to go to normal, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, last chapter. My day. Okay, I'm daydreaming of Nell. I'm still a bit unsure whether or not any of this is real. The fight with his parents, Nell's love confession and mine, the many kisses. It was last night that he took me home and we kissed goodnight in front of my store. His kisses left me aching for more, especially considering the fact that we love each other. That still feels weird to say. Nell loves me. He's actually admitted to it. Then there's the bad stuff, like me yelling at his father, and Nell sort of finally standing up for himself, which probably means he's getting cut off from the family. I don't know what's going to happen. On one hand, it's terrifying. On the other hand, it's exhilarating. Mostly though, I'm nervously waiting to see Nell again. The door chimes. My eyes widen when I realize my customer was no other than Nell's mother, Evelyn. Oh shit. Oh shit. Good day, Amia's son. She greets me politely. I'm starting to get sweaty palms. What is she doing here? Is she going to scold me, warn me to never come near Nell again? Good day, I force myself to say. Evelyn looks around the shop for a bit, taking her time to say what she came here to say. It's unfortunate how things ended yesterday, don't you agree? Yes, I say, trying to be as polite as possible. Marcus doesn't know what's good for our son. He's stubborn and unchanging in his ways. He believes Nell should follow in his footsteps to take over the hospital as CEO. I keep my thoughts to myself already. I've already spoken enough. I tried time and time again, yet in the end, nothing really seems to have any influence. Nell went along with it, with whatever Marcus said. My poor son kept overworking himself at a job he loved. She walks over towards the counter with a slight and sad smile on her face. And then something miraculous happened last night. Nell finally found his inner strength and stood up for his own needs. And I have you to thank for it. Me? I'm stunned. Is she complimenting me? It's a good thing that I stood up to his father. Evelyn gives me a graceful smile. That's correct. While you may have been pretending to be Nell's fiance, I can tell that the both of you are very close. I'm very grateful that you've managed to ignite a fire in him so that he can finally take charge of his own destiny. She takes a small sigh, closing her eyes. Marcus should concede to the fact that Nell won't be taking over. We're in the modern age now. There's no need to keep the business in the family. Plenty of other wonderful young men that can step up and take over. What I want for my son is for him to be happy. So please, me son, continue to make my lovely son happy. I don't know what to say. I'm pretty sure I look like a fish out of water, yapping at her with no words coming out. Anyways, I wanted to say, please don't be shy and come visit us again. Shit, what? I'm not visiting y'all niggas, especially your motherfucking husband. You need to get that nigga back, nigga. I'm not gonna let Marcus cut off our only son and his lover. Lover, but something fierce. Wishing I could crawl behind the counter and never come out. Have a nice day. I wish you all the best with my son. Even she bids goodbye. She finally leaves the store. I try to gather my thoughts. Evelyn personally came over to tell me that she's grateful for whatever I did to Nell to make him stand up to his father. She didn't even scold me for blowing up at Marcus. And as a matter of fact, she gave me her blessing to continue making her son happy. Is it really that obvious there's something going on between Nell and me? Ah, this is embarrassing. The door chimes once more, and I look up in the bundle of nerves in my stomach. Speak of the devil. Nell, I call out to him as my heart starts to beat faster. Did I see my mother walk out of the store, or am I imagining things? What are you doing here? I asked him. My heart already starts to beat faster. I didn't realize I missed him this much. It's only been like a half a day since I last saw him. Nell crossed his hand, looking away from me. I wanted to see him. And just like that, my heart is fluttering again. Anyways, back to my question. Was that my mother? What is my mother doing here? Oh, I think she just gave us her blessing. I still a bit unsure. Her blessing, what do you mean? Did she say anything else? She came in to say that she hopes I make you happy and that the both of us are still welcome to visit her again. I'm pretty sure she means to say that you're not cut off from the family. Nell hunches his shoulders, looking embarrassed all of a sudden. She said that? That's good, right? You're still a Forrester. He grumbles a bit. I don't care about that. I mean, she said as sappy as you're making me happy. I feel myself turn shy as well. It's what she said. Nell scratches the back of his head, fluffing his black hair. I guess you do make me happy. He said very slowly, like it, like it took him a lot of effort to admit. My heart pounds at the sudden honesty. Quiet down, you stupid organ. How can you can't keep making flips over every time Nell says something even remotely romantic? I can't keep the grin from spreading across my face though. Are you busy right now? He asks, trying to change the subject. No, those four customers haven't shown up yet, I say with a slight smile. Aren't I a customer? Depends on if you're interested in something. Definitely, he says, staring straight at me. I hide my blushing face behind my hands. Why is Nell so bold all of a sudden? Ever since last night, it's been a switch. It's like a switch has been flipped up, and he's suddenly filled with a lot more confidence. It's not good for my heart. I can show you some clothing you might like. I say, feeling a bit nervous. Some clothing, he asks, looking genuinely surprised. I quickly skitter over to the other side of the store to pick out one of the few male shirts I have. I hold it up to Nell. You can try this one on for example. I point towards the dressing room. I'm trying to suggest something not so innocent here. Nell obediently takes his shirt off, takes his shirt from my hands, and he walks towards the dressing room, closing the curtains behind him. You already know what we gotta do. I can't. I can hear him shuffling around in there, growing impatient. So I force myself through the curtain into the dressing room. I come to face with Nell's bare chest. He looks at me all flustered. I place my hand on his naked chest and push him against the wall. Finally, I stand on my toes so I can place my lips against his. Nell drops the shirt in his hands, then embraces me, pulling me against his warm body. He puts his back against my lips. All the bad thoughts and worries fly right out of my mind. It's just me and Nell right now in the moment, moving our bodies together, withering in excitement. His arms pull me tighter and my hand wanders around his bare back, crawling, clawing at him as he kisses me hard. His kisses are leaving me breathless. These new feelings are brewing inside me, and all of a sudden, hold on, inside of me, it all feels lush and exciting, and most of all, warm. Nell's body against me makes me feel protected and warm. Like this, it feels like I'm seeing the real Nell without any pretense. His lips are soft and gentle, but hard and passionate the next second. Neil breaks away from my lips and he takes that fuzzy warmth with him. His eyes are half open, and for the split second, I look into those golden orbs. I find myself lost within them. I love this man. I put my eyes closed and lean against, capturing his lips. I gotta stop doing this shit. Alright. He lets out a small moan against my lips, and I feel my body curve towards his mind. My fingers keep brushing over his naked skin, touching him in all sorts of places. Yeah, there you go. Seeing how he reacts by twitching and moving his body. All parts of my lips daringly lick his lips with my tongue until he does the same. Tongues intertwine. Electricity soars through my body. It feels like we're on fire. Nell's breathing is heavy and he keeps letting these small grunts out. Grunts and rocks his body against mine, each time harder than before. His hold on. Hold on. We all like him. He pulls his tongue away from mine. Then he lowers his head so he can lick the skin on my neck. It makes me shiver and I collapse in his arms. Before I know it, he's leaving kisses on the side of my neck, sucking on sucking on the more delicate spots. I bite down my lips to prevent any noise from coming out. Oh, she didn't lock the door. Oh, bro, how's she gonna explain this, bro? Oh, she's fucked. Oh shit. When his hands start to crawl underneath my dress, this man's gonna get it. Okay, hold on. Under my dress, that's when both when we're both pulled into back at earth when we hear someone enter the store. Frantically, I pull away from them, my entire face flushed red and my hair all tousled. Who the fuck interrupted this session, bro? I run out of the changing room and quickly make myself decent. My heart is running a marathon. It's beating that fast. I try to calm myself and flash a smile at the customer. The customer browses a bit before they leave. I anxiously let out a sigh. You can come on, Nell. I tell Nell, who's been hiding in a changing room all this time. Nell emerges from the changing room, pushing back onto the curtain and showing up in his shirt back on. Oh, he's forgot his tie. With a tousled look and red lipstick that took a beating, he turns to address me. You don't sell this kind of service to other customers, right? I laughed and I kissed him again. My life with Nell is only just the beginning. Yeah, roll the credits. Go ahead, and roll them credits, bro. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Royalty, love it. All right, fuck it. Well, we do it. We'll do a we'll fill out a survey real quick, bro. All right, let's do this real quick. All right. I'm saying just to help them out. Which ending did you get on your first run? Passionate. Which versions? Ichi. Hey, that shit was fire. Good shit. Y'all doing good. I ain't gonna hold you. I need y'all to come out with another one. Did you expect? Did you expect like? Did you expect to like Nails Rock? Please give your thoughts about him. All right. Not gonna lie. At first, I was like, "Oh, this shit is not gonna work." He does. Know him. Oh, it's funny. He's funny and let's see. There you go. All right. Next. Did you realize no? You know what? No, but I had some suspicions. Yeah. At first, I'm like, I don't know. Which parts of Nell's story did you enjoy the most? The masquerade. Hey, that masquerade ball. That shit was top tier. Yeah, I know I fucked it up. Oh, I keep fucking up that E. I keep leaving out the E. There we go. What CG did you like? Okay, so we love the laptop. We did like the laptop. Mask Man, yep. That one was good too. Kissing on the counter scene? Hey, golden, bro. Let's see. Bro, I need to see this scene, bro. I can't wait, bro. Selfie was fun. Yeah, that was good, bro. I didn't get to see the ending. Fuck. Did I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Damn. Oh well. Alright, did you like hold on. Did you like Nell with the original purple hair or did you like the current black? Oh, now nigga with the purple. Now when he had purple hair, it was decent. Like he was still fine. But with the black hair, that upped him up. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna go with the black. out of the side characters, who'd you want to turn into an actual route? Huh? What? Turn into an actual route? None of these niggas. What are we talking about? Marcus is a dickhead, so hell no. Evelyn, she already old as shit. Angela, I would want to see Angela date some other niggas. I would want to see what her like like the niggas that she get introduced to. Like y'all should do a part 2 where we see her like talking to some niggas on the island. See, I just gave y'all an idea. All right, did you self insert? Did you self insert during the story? I created original characters or play as. No, I just self inserted my shit. I think I said shit. Is that me? What? What would you have like to see more of? Mm, would you like to see more of? Y'all did a good job on the scenes and everything. Y'all did good. I'm gonna just say y'all did good. Y'all did good. That's all I got. All right, we did it. Let's go back. You have completed one ending. If you want to unlock the other endings, you have to start from chapter 25 again. Play 25. Now, we did say, I did say I was going to do 3, but I do want to try other games. I'm not finna hold you. Ooh, I do want to try another game. So what I'm gonna go, fuck. What I'm gonna do is we gonna take a pause on this game, and then shit, I don't know, bro. Oh, this shit is hard. I don't know. We could just. I want to spin that wheel again and see what game. What's the next game we get? I ain't gonna hold you. That's what we do. All right. So right now, the next video y'all see, or the next stream I do, Wednesday. So we gonna stream on Wednesday again. When I stream on Wednesday, we gonna do we gonna spin the wheel. And if we get a good game, I'm gonna take a pause. Cause we done completed like 2 routes. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what that game is. If it's good, I'm like, shit, sorry, sorry, Taylor Tails, you got to take a pause on this shit. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But this was cool. Hold on, let me see. Cause I gotta remember who the other routes were. Cause I said, I forgot who else. Okay, this the roster. This our roster. We got Gray done. We got Nell done. So we had 2 people on my list that I wanted to do. I said I wanted to do. I don't even know how to say this nigga name. Ekyok. I'm gonna call him Yoke. We got Yoke right here, and I wanted to do James. So that's what we'll do. We'll take a pause. Wednesday, spin the wheel, play a different game, and then after we done with that, we'll come back to Taylor Tales and finish and do James and Yoke. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right, all right. Yeah, that's it. Hey, hold on, gallery. Just hold on. We see. Oh, you see all the photos. I didn't know that. Dang, I got 2 likes. Bro, I need it. Yeah, we gotta see what those is foot scenes. I still didn't do that for Gray, bro. I'm lacking, bro.